folks. Hi, sorry for a little bit of delay there. We had to wrap up a very relevant to D&D conversation before we hopped on air. So
It had nothing to do with
it was
it
was like
everything to do with Dungeons.
I actually made notes for when we start chapter 3 about what was talked about, because it's going to be very important to when you guys battle the BBEG, who you apparently just met last session.
Yeah, because you remember when Morag was questioning if Dragonborns and humans could breed. That's what we were talking about.
That was a conversation that happened.
That definitely was a conversation.
Happened on stream though.
I don't know if it
it's on stream now.
I was curious.
Hashtag Dragon Curious. Welcome to Reality Break, where we take a break from the real world to play some Dungeons and Dragons.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Dungeons and Dragons. So we are back with a full house tonight after Christy took her little sabbatical. So I hope you are recharged, refreshed, and caught up on what happened last week.
I do have a plug related to my sabbatical. If you are anywhere in the Nashville area, go to the Nashville Zoo because it's amazing. That's all I got.
And that was not sponsored by the Nashville Zoo.
No, I'd love it if it was.
Yet. Yet.
I'm curious
I
how
think they have
would...
dragons there.
Yeah.
They have Komodo dragons, actually.
Let's go,
You
dude!
think they have land herrings?
I'd be willing to bet they do, actually.
Oh, that makes my soul happy. So,
Well, I should have worn my Fallout shirt.
Yep. So, there we go. So, the party had I should say Morag had an unexpected encounter last week, and so we will see how the party handles the repercussions, of that interaction. But, as always, we need to start with the spiel.
Dungeons and Dragons.
Cue Jeff's theme song about the spiel. That is not made yet, and probably won't ever be made.
What up, womp.
There you go.
There we go.
Isolate
Nice,
that,
well done.
and that's our theme song.
There it is. Perfect. Who says Devin isn't multi-talented? Let's go.
Thank you.
You're welcome. All right, so to start us off, as always, Kaylee, where is a place that people can go to hang out when they're not watching the stream?
You can go hang out at the break room. It's a great Discord where you can hang out and put memes and funny stuff. I post a whole lot of D&D shorts and stuff like that in there. Tony's gonna get back on his meme horse in there, and it is a wonderful place that we hope to continue to grow.
It's a meme thoroughbred is what I'm hoping to hop back on there.
Yeah.
Maybe perhaps a meme Clydesdale. Yeah. So, thank you for that. Bill, what is something people can do during the stream to capture fun, entertaining, meaningful, impactful moments?
They can enjoy themselves, and they can also make clips. Wonderful thing, if you hit Control X, which I just found out because the cat was over here dancing on the keyboard, it did so. And also, if you just tip the little clapper thing down at the bottom, it just makes clip, pops up with this thing where you can actually adjust the clip however you want it to capture something funny, interesting, wonderful, hilarious, enjoyable, whatever moment you wish to actually make enjoyable for everyone else. Because we take these clips and put them real, we put them all over. We're going to throw them up on YouTube. They're incredible. These are all made by you.
It's all text.
Viewers like you. Every time Bill says that, I always think of the viewers like you from PBS. So in a way, we're really kind of like PBS. That's what I'm hearing.
Like the same.
I call dibs on being Curious George. Let's go. Devin.
I'll be David Attenborough.
I like it. Devin, where is a place where people can go to catch up on previous streams as well as catch potential replays in the future?
They can go visit our YouTube channel. Also, Reality Break 20. Yeah, not MeTube. YouTube. It's not even us tube. It's just you. Anyway, we have all of our, most of our shorts over there from TikTok and Instagram as well. We do long form and short form content over there. But The Osira campaign actually just wrapped up, which is pretty timely because we're getting ready to start chapter 2. And then Starhel chapter 1, for the most part, is up. What we saved. We didn't save all of the VODs. So that is there. But yeah, you can check it out there and then keep coming back here for more.
There you go. Yep. And I feel like the Starhel sessions that were lost are like collector's edition kind of thing, where like if you can find it, then you're like in the club. You're like a VIP.
And also send it to us, cause
Right? Yeah.
Because we don't have it. There you go, for sure. Absolutely.
Yeah, because we don't.
Claire, what are the different places that people can interact with us out on social media?
Well, we have.
Don't leave me hanging! Don't leave me hanging! Doing what?
2, yeah! Good talk.
Everything we just talked about. We have our Twitter, which I will refuse to call it what the new name is. So if you want to interact with us on there, may not have that for forever, depending on how things go.
We don't even,
Yeah.
But we
It
also
exists.
have
I wouldn't
the
worry
break
about that
room
one.
where
That
you
one's
can chat with us. Not only post memes, you can chat with us in there too.
Mm-hmm.
If you want to find a D&D game, or if you just want to tell us about your D&D campaign, go do that in the break room.
Sure. Cool. All right. And finally, Christy, where is a place that people can post, people see these fun interactions, fun moments, and some wonderful non-D&D related, or non-stream, non-campaign related content?
Well, they can go check us out on TikTok at Reality Break 20. We just crossed over 1,000 followers like 2 weeks ago. I have not been able to go to do a live yet because I was away last week, but that is on my plan. Coming up is to schedule some lives, largely non-campaign stuff. Honestly, in the next month or so, it might be a lot of cosplay prep. So if you're interested in that, definitely give us a follow. I'm going to be talking about D&D cosplay and all of that fun stuff. How to create a character, not on a character sheet, but in real life. So,
Nice.
but we also do the tidbit of the week, which posts every Friday, and we do other D&D related fun, goofy stuff. So go give us a follow on TikTok to join in the shenanigans. And a lot of those videos do get cross-posted, as Devin said, to the YouTube Shorts, and also occasionally, if I remember to Instagram, because we do also have an Instagram account. So you can check us out in all of those places.
Cool. Cool. And finally, I get to do the last spiel thing. I love it. So, we are still continuing our partnership with Hexwood Creations. They make a bunch of lovely dice boxes, as Christy is Vanna Whiting over there, with detachable lid. And guess what? It works with magnets. How do they even work? I don't know. Who knows how magnets work? Bill Nye does. That's who.
We know someone who knows how magnets work.
There you go.
Someone
So,
knows how magnets work.
and it goes beyond just dice trays. They've got DM screens. They've got cool signs. They've got just storage containers. All kinds of cool stuff. You can special order stuff. He has into stock stuff. All reasonably priced, and it can be even more reasonably priced if you go to hexwoodcreations.com or check out the Ko-Fi or check out the TikTok and use the code RB20, Romeo Bravo 20, for 5% off your purchase. So that lets him know that not only is somebody a fan of his work, that he heard about him through us, so he wins, we win, everybody wins. But you are the biggest winner because you get some cool product at a discounted rate. So, once again, that is hexwoodcreations.com, or check out the Ko-Fi, or check him out on TikTok. He's a funny guy, but he's very much a straight shooter, so I appreciate that about anytime his TikToks pop up. I'm like, I'm going to get a bit of honesty from him, which is always cool to hear. It's good to get some honesty these days. It's too many
He's
liars.
cool, dude.
There's too many liars out there.
He also has this really awesome wizard staff thing that he found and then made that I'm really... Oh, so pretty.
There you go. Cool. All right. So, since we are done with the spiel, Devin, hit us with the outro.
No music? No
outro music?
Spiel, outro music?
No spiel outro music?
I thought it was
okay.
nicely with the spiel intro music.
Yeah.
Okay, I'm sorry. So if it's then we should have something like a
Clip it, isolate it. That's our theme song.
I love it.
and then
I
it
love
immediately goes into
All right. All right.
But
Now.
it was a little sentence of
I know.
Now that the spiel is done, we can now officially return to the world of Starhel.
Now
We're still
It's me. Hi, I'm the problem. It's me.
I'm the problem.
A real outro.
Almost 2 years later, folks, we're still hammering this out. One day, we'll have a cohesive routine.
Someday.
Someday.
Right now, we're steaming, not ironing, okay? The kinks are still
When-
there, but they're a little less noticeable.
True.
Someday we'll get it figured out, or
But
we
today's
won't.
not that day.
So, last we left the party, dear Morag decided to go on a walk by herself. She walked to the docks where she encountered a individual named Elias, who apparently was a part of this former Thieves Guild group that seems to be connected to all of the murder attempts and robberies that had been going on around the world of Starhel over the last few weeks. A conversation was had that entailed him wanting to get out because he realized him and a couple of his compatriots realized that they were maybe in over their heads or beyond what they were going to do. And as Morag was talking to him about getting his way out, he was from the shadows assassinated. And it was discovered that their thought-to-be friend, Ryo, had been the one to do the assassination. An ill-fated attempt for Morag to dive in and get the body, retrieve it from the water, turned into a, we'll call it a mixed bag, as she was saved by a, we'll call it an entity that possessed the dead body with black as midnight eyes and shadowy tentacles rising out at him. Nefarious words and challenges were swapped back and forth between the two, and the entity left with a parting shot that seemed to strike at Morag's core. The party was soon alerted to Morag's situation via Pandora the Rat, who sent a message out to get the party over to the docks. They consoled her as best as they could. Everybody walked back, and they went to bed with everybody in a real mix of emotions. So we left off, unless anybody has anything left to add. I think that covered about everything.
Yeah.
Gnarly dude. So, we left with Flynn, with First Watch, or Last Watch, I should say. I apologize. He was finishing up his last watch, the last watch, with Jen's uncle, who I keep forgetting to write the name down. There he is, Burchar.
Burchar.
I saw it, and then I scrolled past it. So Burchar. So Burchar had made a nice cup of tea, and so everybody wakes up to the smell of home-brewed tea and a fairly light breakfast of hash browns, bacon, eggs, and fruit. Because, as it was pointed out by Kaylee last week, simple when it comes to meal for halflings are normally not that simple. So everybody starts to waken, starts, stretching. Morag, you barely got enough sleep to not get a level of exhaustion, but very needless to say, it was a fitful night of sleep for you. So, as everyone starts to stir, Burchar walks over to you, Morag, hands you a cup of tea. and a plate of food. And he says, "Now, I know you were pretty rattled last night, but now that we've gotten some sleep, maybe we can sit down and kind of rehash through what happened. So, start from the beginning, because you were kind of all over the place. Start from the beginning about what happened. Maybe there was a detail we missed when we were trying to figure it out last night."
I really don't think there was, but I suppose I can. Basically, I met this man at the pier. Met is probably a strong word. He held a dagger to my throat, and that's how we met. And we had actually a pleasant conversation. He was trying to get information about how we helped Duncan, but I told him that we didn't really help him escape, that he was let go, and no one's really seen him since, and he confirmed that no one's seen him since. So I don't know if we need to maybe keep an eye out for Duncan now. But he was wanting to know, basically because he was wanting to get him and some of his friends out of this situation that they were in. And that's when he was shot through the neck with an arrow by Ryo, whom I saw on the rooftop, plain as day, and he mouthed that he was sorry. The boy slumped over into the water. I went in to grab him. Didn't think about how half my body is armor. And then the body sort of turned into a squid that glows. I'm really not sure exactly what this entity was, but he had sort of tentacle-like misty things coming out of him. His eyes were super black. And he just was telling me basically that out of character, 100% forgot every word that guy said. Look at my notes.
That's perfectly fine.
He said, so you're one of the little gnats that keeps flying around. He basically threatened to burn down things that mean something to all of us.
Well,
And
I have a question about that. What exactly did he say? Do you remember?
it was no. Because I didn't write it down.
I was gonna say I can tell you out of character because I literally just listened to it.
I only wrote down 2 because I could only remember 2.
Yeah, so there was.
Oh no, I've got them. It was
Okay.
a farm past the mountains, a spice shop, Ace's shop, and a village in the forest. Was that everything? Was there
So were
another?
the spice shop and the village and the forest 2 separate places, or were they one
Yes.
place? They were 2 separate places? Okay. I heard it as one place, so I wasn't sure.
The night of, you described the village in the forest differently than Tony did. Was that on purpose?
Your memory gets a bit fuzzy when, you've got a tentacled entity
No,
in
yeah,
front of you.
I'm asking that more out of character.
Oh.
Because the village in
No,
the
I just
forest
couldn't
was
remember
meant to trigger-
exactly. Yeah, I couldn't remember everything. I
So
said.
Tony, out of character, is the village and the forest and the spice shop 2 different things?
Yes.
They are.
Yeah,
That
it
is
was
2
a village
different
in the
things.
mountains in the forest or whatever.
Yeah.
There was a farm over the mountains.
Yeah.
There was a village in a forest. There was a spice shop, which I thought was in the village in the forest, which is where
Nope.
I was confused.
No.
And then
Yeah, that's what I had written down as well, that the spice shop was in the forest.
Nope. It was a
Yeah.
And
village
then
in the
afterwards,
forest.
you told us, yeah.
Yep.
Yeah,
And then
that was an afterwards
Okay.
thing. Chris.
All
Yeah,
right.
he
Well,
was
okay,
specific.
that's fine.
You're good.
So on that, Kira's just gonna go. Well, I don't recognize any of those, so
I don't mean any harm in this, but maybe it's because you haven't really found a home yet.
well, I'm hoping.
I'm just
No,
gonna
you know,
drink
just
my tea in the corner.
I'm hoping that it just means that no one actually knows. If that makes sense.
That makes total sense.
But I mean,
He
it's
also-
not. I'm not saying like it's just that I wanted to make sure I understood everything.
But clearly they do know, because Ryo.
Yeah, I'm just. What the actual? I cannot. I just don't know how much because he's the one that told us that it was the people associated with this, all the attacks and everything, were not actually Thieves Guild. That the actual Thieves Guild is run by someone else. But now I don't know whether to believe that or not.
I'm not sure what to believe anymore.
Yeah.
Um,
Anyway, I didn't mean to interrupt, but I just wanted to
no,
get.
I was just
wanted
going to
get
say, the final bit of information was that my father is apparently going to be disappointed in me and is a lieutenant for whatever the strange tentacled thing was.
Shadowed monster or something.
I suppose. I don't know if that's true, or if they just found out that I'm looking for my father. I don't know.
Wow. Yeah, well, that absolutely sheds a lot of light on what happened, and I mean, I've never heard, and Jen, I don't know if you've heard anything like this, before you left home, but this wasn't like anything I'd ever heard of, even back in the old tales.
Yeah, I mean, I don't even think I've heard stories about it. Unless I can history check it if you wanted me to have heard
If you want to, go for it, yeah.
Alright, let's do it. Ew. That's 5.
5?
Nope, never heard of it.
Closest thing is like boogeyman stories.
Yeah, like Stormbreaker.
Yeah. Same vein, boogeyman stories, but nothing like specific to this. So, well, and he's sitting there. At this point, he's handed out breakfast to everybody. I don't know, people are eating versus just kind of picking at their food, and he especially looks over at Flynn, who is sipping his tea silently over in the corner. Says, "Do you have something to add, there, champ? You're sitting there awfully silent during all this."
No, that's a lot to take in. And I think we might have some places we need to check in on our way to hosting. Is that where we're going next?
I think that makes the most sense based on all the information we've picked up.
That's just kind of what I was thinking, but remember how I was talking about how I know a lot of the spices because I used to go to the spice shop? Yeah, well, I think we should go check out the spice shop just to make sure everything's okay.
All right. Wow. I'm sorry to hear. I mean, I know you gave me some pointers on picking out spices and stuff when you guys first got here, so you must know your stuff. So.
Well, I don't know it nearly as much as my friend did. I learned a lot through osmosis.
Well, there you go. All right. Well, I'm gonna now. Now I am most assuredly, if I was on the fence about moving yesterday, I'm definitely not on the fence anymore today. I will say.
Good call.
So yes, I'm going to pack up what little possessions I have, and then hunt down that goblin friend of, or not goblin, gnome friend of yours, Cagby. You had mentioned. I mean, I don't know. You say he's a gnome. He might not be a gnome. I don't know. But go hunt down this friend Cagby and see if between the two of us we might be able to, get out of this city. So, I don't know if that's what you plan on doing too today or what, but it might not necessarily be the worst idea in the world. Especially
as much as I hate to do it, we should probably check in with the garrison. But now here's a thought. I think we shouldn't say where we're going next or give them a different place. Just because I can't remember if it was Flynn or Jen who said last night, made a comment that we've been giving our names out at the garrison. And I think we need to, clearly they're following us, or someone's following us or watching us or something, and we need to break that.
No, I agree.
So it might be an opportunity to throw them off the scent a bit.
Wow. Smart. You want to lay low during your travels, especially if you know you got eyes watching you, so.
Yeah.
All right.
Definitely worth looking into.
Yeah, for sure.
Yeah.
All right. Well, and I'm assuming just for that everybody is eating their fill, and plus for those that need to pack to-go bags or anything like that.
Yeah.
All right. Perfect. So Burchard will say, "Well, I'll start packing up here and figure out a plan for my stone of communication. Figure out how to get that moving. And in the meantime, I'll hunt down your friend Cagby and kind of see where we want to go from here. And as he walks over to the door as everybody's kind of cleaning up from breakfast. He walks over to the door, puts his hand on it, kind of does the whispers like he did last night, and the runes that you saw all along the door and the walls light up again, and then they kind of they actually dissipate and turn into little light butterflies that fly away and disappear.
Really cool.
Whoa.
He's like, yeah, well, it was a nice trick that was going to keep out pretty much anything that would have tried to get in here last night, I would say. So, it's a pretty neat trick that probably did a good job of keeping everybody safe. So, so I will leave you.
He's just over here staring at his hands, and looking at what he did.
Whoa. So I will leave you to your tasks for the day.
The Legos going upstairs.
I'll say if I don't see you before you leave, you are absolutely. I'll absolutely be heading to. Was it the Snaggletooth? I believe is what you guys called it. Check it with your friend Lockjaw. Sounds like an interesting fellow.
Oh yeah. Tell him we sent you.
So I will absolutely go.
Don't
check.
tell anybody else.
Yeah.
Don't worry. No, I will definitely avoid any tentacle monsters and having any conversations with them. Especially since I will definitely not be picking any fights about adding fuel to fire or anything like that. So.
Probably for the best.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And he does actually give you kind of. He doesn't say anything, Morag, but he does actually kind of give you a stern look.
Hi, Daddy.
So, well, I will leave you to your day. You see him, and then you see the rats all kind of. They'd been sitting there. They had their own little plate on the ground. They start jump, 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 and then they start. They sit up. He looks at them. Everybody's eyes are glowing green. And then they kind of do the head tilts, and then the eyes go regular. He starts cleaning up and packing a little bit, and then they scurry off. Out the door. They squiggle underneath the door and head out.
Very cute.
All right. So, what's the plan now? I mean, we need to get to Osing.
We need to get to Osing, but I think we need to stop in at the garrison first, just to let them know that we're heading out. But just like I said, give them a false whoever. Let me look at the map real quick. I can't because my iPad is somewhere else. That's no help.
We could just tell them we're going back to Furon.
Yeah, I mean
I
that would
don't
be
know if
the.
that's a good idea because then they're gonna follow your uncle.
He's going to Lockjaw's.
Which is on
He's
the way
going to
Furon.
Furon.
Yeah.
His end all would be Furon.
They don't know we're connected to him. I don't know.
Daddy, this is
I wouldn't
cool.
put any assumptions aside, but
This
I
is-
mean, what's another
Dad,
like? I can't. I don't have the map in front of me because my iPad is
This is
someplace else in the house. I forgot it.
like
All right,
whenever
what
I
would
talk,
be,
I like hear an echo.
like, so because I remember that like Moore's kind of on its own, and then like you go up to the crossroads, and like one road goes to Osing and the other road goes to Furon, right?
Yep.
So what about if we
See?
say that we're
Don't I
going
have,
to
like, an
some
echo?
place like past
It's like a
Furon, the
slight-
other way,
It's like a
Furon is
slight-
right on the coast.
but
it's
like
a-
along the coast
Hello,
further? Is there
Dad.
anything
Quiet
further
echo.
along the coast?
If you're going north, you'd be looking at maybe Sabo, which
We could
Jen
say-
and Flynn are familiar with.
We could say we're going. We could say we're going to Sabo, maybe. I mean, it's kind of at least not in the direction where we're going, but maybe a different direction from Furon, kind of.
That's a good idea.
Let me see what happened. If anything happened at Sabo, I have to go back and look.
I don't think anything's happened.
Oh,
I'm just looking back.
go Furon.
Oh, right here.
Yes. More is down to the left.
Yeah,
Yeah,
right.
wait. Yep. Where is Osing?
Right here.
Oh. What's the place directly north of Furon? Perfect. Yeah. Excellent.
Isn't that where you're supposed to go to get your? Okay.
No, I'm supposed to go to Vegas,
Eden.
which is north.
So, Sabo's not on the list of places that had an attack.
No.
I'm getting. Oh, thank you. You didn't have to bring that.
Special delivery from the owl something something. I don't know how to get
Something owl.
Something. The owl post. Thank
Owl
you.
post, yeah.
Thanks.
You're welcome.
Now I can look at a map. So Sabo didn't have an attack at the parade. That was not one of those cities. It's not one of the cities that had an assassination. As far as I can tell, nothing's happened at Sabo. Sabo is one of the places that the basilisks might be, though, or go to.
Hmm.
So. So, I don't know why we'd have a reason to go to Sabo, but it might throw people off a scent.
I hope so.
Or we can make something up, some other reason to go there. What else is in Sabo? I've never been.
Bards. Lots of bards.
Yeah, popular place for
According to
bards.
It's Paris. It's like Starhel's Paris. So maybe that was going to be like a next thing they might hit. We heard that
Yeah.
there's a lead heading to that direction, and that could help us out with that. It is a popular place for bards to form bands.
So
I
maybe
wonder
with...
if we could just say that we're going to do the exact plans that we're going to do, but backwards. So we plan to circle back around to Furon, but what if we just said that we were going to Arceus because that's the last place that we would go before Furon? Does that make sense?
Yeah, That makes sense.
So just tell them our exact plans, but backwards. That way they never expect us to be in the city that we're expected, and it also sends them in the exact opposite direction.
I like that. I like that idea. And Arceus, I think, was one of the cities that had a parade attack, if I remember correctly.
What's where the Inventors Guild is?
Oh yeah, that's
The
right.
large Inventors Guild.
So maybe, because here we had an assassination attempt we were trying to investigate, which, to be honest, we didn't really get any good leads on. But maybe we could say we kind of hit a dead end here, so we're going to investigate the Inventors Guild side of the attacks, and so we're going to head to Arceus next.
We had talked about having someone either Morag or Kira contact Icewind through Burchar's crystal. Was that not possible, or did we just not get the chance because we didn't have everybody?
It was a combination.
Sketchy shit.
Yeah, it was a combination of you didn't get to it because not everyone was here, and Burchard told you that it hadn't fully charged, so you only get like a minute or two conversation as opposed to like the regular 5 minutes.
What about how long? Did he say how long it was going to take?
He says it normally takes like 5 days to charge after you use it, like 4 or 5 days. It's been like 2 or 3, so you could ask him again about what he thinks the charge would be at this point.
Message to Icewind, I don't know.
Sure.
Do they have to be there to hear the message, or can you just leave a message?
Well,
like
it's
a magical answering machine.
Hi, you've reached the voicemail of Commander Icewind. Is not available.
We're trying to reach you about your wagon's extended warranty.
I love it.
So it's really meant to be. He's only used it for 2. Well, you could ask. So you ask him about it just for brevity's sake. You ask him about it. He's like, well, I've never really tried to use it for any longer than after its normal recharge rate. Hypothetically, you could still have a conversation. It would just be shorter. And whatever you say, they'll still get. It just, they may not get a chance to respond before the crystal power's down and the connection is severed.
I'm thinking we don't need to tell Icewind where we're going, but if we tell him about the sketchiness with the mayor and the fact that it sounds like she had a hand in the assassination attempt, or at least knew it was happening and made sure her assistant was the one that died, or whatever, like a quick overview of how sketchy it is over here and that he needs to be on his guard.
Well, I mean, I can tell you. Let's see. Pull up his...
Oh, sorry, that was mostly to the party.
No, that's fine. No, I mean, he's kind of
makes
sucked
sense.
into this conversation at this point too. So.
Yeah.
Yeah, because we do just need to get a message to him securely, not through the garrison. Of course, Kira's so paranoid now. She's like, ugh, the idea of telling anybody anything is kind of freaking.
Yeah, don't tell him where we're headed. Just tell him emptiness that we found out as briefly as possible.
What if they bug the sending stone?
That's why we're
this
using
will go into,
Burchars.
this goes into Iceland's head. Yeah,
Yeah.
exactly.
This is separate from the garrison communications.
I see it. Is that a beetle? I will say that Flynn, somewhere in this conversation, is also going to mention that, well, with the amount of magic that they've been using, maybe we should just tell them that we're going to Pastrinos. I mean, we do. I'm assuming we're planning on going there eventually, anyways, since they are the College of Mystics and they have the largest school of magic in Starhel. They probably would know at least what's going on, or maybe have a lead as far as all the magic being used.
Yeah, because you guys, you both mentioned that there was at least 2 instances where portals are being used, that I know of.
And
So,
tonight,
yeah.
What if we offhandedly, and I know this isn't exactly a nice thing to do to Icewind, but what if we mentioned investigating now the Inventors Guild to sort of confirm
What's she gonna
going to Arceus? I know there's other branches elsewhere, but going to the source would be better, I suppose. But at least to confirm
Toby.
that Jory of going up to our
I was
case.
also
Toby, you
confirming
promised
that.
you
I
were
just
gonna
want him to
play.
know that we have uncovered some sketchiness that he needs to be aware of.
Right, right.
Toby, you
Yeah, and
promised
I'm
you were
fine
gonna
with planting
play.
any seeds that
They
we
don't
want.
like
That way, if
them.
he's the one giving information,
Toby, I just
whatever.
used it to open the door.
Abby, why did you go upstairs to get a
All right.
knife?
Well,
I also think
When
it should
you
be
know he
either
was coming
Kira
here
or
with
Morag
me.
that reaches
He
out to
locks
him
the
because
I'm
he
in
seems to
here.
learn to
I could have unlocked it.
Not
For
me,
some
thanks.
reason, he's super scared of knives.
I suppose that's me
Alright.
then.
all right. Well,
Back
If you're
Ah.
alright, I know it. Yet last night was a lot.
Okay, now she's putting the knife away, buddy.
Nothing I've not been through before.
So, what's the problem
Alright.
with playing the game?
well,
I'm not sure that that's accurate. I mean, you thought your dad was dead. Now you think maybe he's not. That's a
You
big
guys are
deal.
trying to play a game. What's the problem?
I just don't want
Either way, you need to get
Okay,
out.
what do you want to
It's
do?
still not confirmed though. I'll see it, or believe it when I see it.
That's fair.
I need to speak up.
to rile you up. I feel like
Okay, then
I'm
hide.
rile you up.
No,
If
go
you
ahead
don't mind
and hide
talking
if
to
you want
Icewind,
to
just
hide.
know that there's something going on that is not necessarily what he thinks.
Yeah, you said.
all right.
Toby?
All right. Well, if you guys are gonna hang out here for a little bit longer, then the rest of you can make yourself useful and start packing. So, grab a satchel. Start throwing stuff into satchels.
Instead of Swedish death cleaning, it's halfling death cleaning.
It's, essentially, yes.
No, but
All right. And he kind of gestures over to you and says, "All right,
It does.
all right, Morag, come on over here."
Let's not play with it. Go.
So you walk in, and I mean the crystal is about like eye level to them, which means you're gonna have to crouch down a little bit to use it. Yeah. You'll be crouching a little bit, but it's still pretty substantially sized. It's not, it's not like a teeny tiny thing, even
It's
even to
average.
you. So
It's plain.
plain. God, I was gonna get there. I was trying to get there. So all right. So first off, which hand do you put on there?
Left, because it's the only one I have.
Cool. I was just checking because I don't know. I actually don't know if Morag's left-handed or right-handed.
I'm still technically right-handed.
Yeah. So see. So with the anyway.
Well,
so you put.
okay, she's ambidextrous, so she can use either, but she writes better because it's mechanically done. But if
Input.
it needs flesh, she has to use her
AI
left
writing.
hand,
Yep.
basically.
She has Chat GPT in her hand now. That's so cool.
Okay.
All right. So you put your left hand on. You feel.
What the
So.
duck? What the duck? That's not what I'm saying.
So you put your hand on it, and he looks to you, and Birchar looks at you and says, "All right, you need to focus on nothing else but on the face of the person you want to try to communicate with. So try to shut
Picture
anything
Iceland.
else. Focus everything else out. Okay." So then you start, much like Jen had felt a couple days ago, you start feeling warmth. Not like burning sensation, but like a gradual warmth, and you start feeling that tingling go up your arm, pretty much the same way she did. And then you zoom in, and in your mind's eye, you see, takes you a little bit, but then you see Icewind sitting there at his desk, filling out some paperwork. You do, as you zoom in, you see him, he's writing, and then he stops, kind of looks around, opens up his drawer, and takes out like a little snack bag and starts eating.
Hilarious.
Takes a couple
He's
of
got a
bites.
snack drawer. I love it.
Who doesn't?
I mean, fair.
It's just like a little thing of like nuts and dried fruit. He's just munching away.
Just something about that's cute. That's all.
Icewind?
He looks around.
It's
kinda
more
looks-
the stone. The stone.
What stone? Who are you? And then you see him reach around and grab for his maul. Where are you? Show yourself!
It's Morag Drummond.
All right, demon, show yourself, pretending to be someone that's not here right in front of me.
Out of character. What is this thing called again? Kingstone?
Stone of communication is what he's been calling it.
Okay. It's the Stone of Communication. I don't have a lot of time.
All right, well, he's still guarded, but he's at least, like, stopped.
Lord. We made it to Moore. And then I'm just going to relay the information
Relay
to
everything.
him.
All right.
Yeah.
Blah, 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 blah. He's like...
Word vomit. Blah.
Blah, blah, blah. He's like, all right, well, give me proof that you are who you say you are.
You can't even see me?
But you're in my head.
I'm missing an arm. Actually, I technically kept the gauntlets of
Okay, yep,
strength
that's you.
that
Yep, all right.
I was
yep,
supposed
okay.
to bring you.
That didn't show up in inventory, so okay. So,
I'm not
wow.
sorry.
And you see him glare at, like, the ceiling. And he goes,
You're
all
gonna
right,
find that
well,
funny.
well, I will, I'll have to send some agents over. There's always been suspicions about the leadership over in Moore, but we'll have to send some of my own lieutenants over and try to open up a formal investigation, because it definitely sounds like this assassination attempt, there was more to it than what we even know about. So, did you find any other leads with the overall?
Something else happened. Tells him information about my rendezvous.
Oh, okay. That is...
Not everything, but just that, like, what happened to me specifically, and that the guy died in that. Not all of the conversation.
That it just happened? You don't relay details of the conversation?
Yeah.
And he says, wow, did that thing say what it wanted? And you see him at this point, after you confirmed it's him, he is sitting on he sits back down at his desk and is, like, scribbling feverishly on a parchment.
For us to basically back off. That's pretty much it. He called us gnats.
Well, I will say, speaking from experience, that the busiest gnats tend to be the ones that get the most done. So.
I thought he was gonna say we were annoying.
No, it's, I mean, from my experience, from my personal experience, the more you stir up, the more you get closer to truly what's going on. So keep up the good work.
Of course.
All right.
The end.
The end. All right. Oh, I guess I was gonna relay this through the official garrison communication, but I have a message here from an ace. I was supposed to tell you that, I will paraphrase this, he misses you. Because I'm not, I would not repeat. You'll have to come and read the note for yourself, so.
Are you still going to send it through official garrison?
No, not what is on this note. No.
We just lost.
We lost Claire.
And
Nope.
Claire,
Maybe.
maybe.
She did say she might have internet trouble tonight.
Yeah.
There she is.
She's back. Yay! Welcome back.
I'm not here. Everything's broken.
I'm not here.
Oh.
See you and hear you.
We see you and hear you, so that's good.
Yeah.
Well, it's freezing every 5 seconds, and
I feel that pain.
Maybe close the stream.
Yeah, if you have this,
It helps
yeah,
me normally.
yeah,
Because your internet's not trying to do a million things.
yes.
No, she froze.
Or she's just really good at being a living statue.
I'm gonna go with that she froze.
I mean, Bill's really good at it too.
That's true.
Sure.
That was so great.
Hashtag if you know, you know. All right. Well, let's go ahead. This will be a place where we can take a quick 10 or 15-minute break. So enjoy this lovely clip reel, and we will BRB, as the kids say.
That's good. Well, because I was worried because your friend seemed to get mad at you.
Friend is a loose term. See, I say friend because while I don't really have any friends like you all, I have things that don't kill me. And I count that as a good thing.
That is
Thing usually.
Yes.
I lived a life a long time ago, so I understand.
Right.
You
So
do
would-
also call everyone
Would you
your friend.
consider us friends?
I do.
I would like to say that we are friends. Are we friends?
Well, we haven't killed you yet.
Well, then in my
And this could be. Wait, are you gonna play?
All right.
Goes to kiss her and closes the door in his face.
You gotta tug at the door. Why would you do that?
Why do you go in tongue first? Learn your lesson.
Natural Jeff.
so.
He is indeed a natural.
He is a natural Jeff.
We rolled a natural Jeff.
He is not a box Jeff. He's natural Jeff.
Yeah. So organic, not from a box.
Yeah.
Grass-fed.
Maybe he's born with it. Maybe it's natural Jeff.
There you go.
You're bringing the bodies?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, we loaded up the bodies.
That's right. We were tying up and doing the dragging thing.
Yeah.
So we didn't just leave them in the woods. Yeah.
You're dragging bodies down the road on your car?
We're not
We
dragging
made
them down the road. They're on like
We made a
little
thing.
wheels.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
A sled. Like a sled.
We're not barbarian.
We're not just gonna leave them in the woods. Come on.
I'm not
Jeffrey,
a
that's
mutt.
the dogs. That's the dog.
Well,
He
thank you for telling me. Ta-ta!
Did you hear that, my
can talk.
Oh, and you must be the Jeffrey.
There it is. The Jeffrey.
And he looks at you longingly. And hold on. Gotta check something. Gotta check something. Hold.
Was that good for longing?
Longing.
Yes, this is how the actual people you're training.
Now I need to
There's
run.
basically 50 elven children going all over the place. So, but with axes because it's axe training day.
That's it.
So you gave me the necklace, and I love it.
Thank you.
Do you still have the other half?
Of course. And he kind of
Good to
like.
see it.
Yep. He, kind of ruffles
Oh,
his
he's
shirt and
wearing
pulls it out. Yep.
Okay.
The thing where the smoke comes out.
There you go.
Really? Really? I'm kidding.
That's amazing. That's so good.
It was mostly the face with a.
Sorry.
Oh.
Yes. Go start.
Now this, goblin knot. It's not a plant I've ever heard of, but it could just be another misspelling. Because maybe that K is an S. He sort of turns the paper a little bit. Yeah, that must be what it is. Parvovis cabolus muca involta. Goblin snot. Bugbear boogies. Used in pungent poultices and unctuous ointments due to its veritable viscosity. It binds ingredients together, provided you don't care how noxious the result is. For reasons I'm sure you can imagine, I don't keep any around. You'll have to ask a goblin.
You realize, Jeff, that for now and forever, every time someone says your name on stream, we're gonna be like,
Jeffrey!
I'm sorry.
I'm not.
Both. It's a mix of both.
Looking,
found something you have.
You're also blowing out on the mic.
Yeah, that's very true.
Be here all night.
Oh.
And by all night, I mean for another hour.
Looks like that.
I can't see that.
Right there.
Oh, okay. I would like you to.
There's a
Very
picture in the Discord.
Yeah.
Oh, are you doing,
Fine, we don't have to do it then.
She's a very plain widow.
No. And like the metal of the armor is just gonna kind of like ripple up my arm and just show like the nub, and then it will come back.
Yeah, what if Xing Xing did it?
Like very Terminator style.
Look at my nub.
Dun 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 dun.
That needs to be clipped.
Ask me about my nub.
Ask me about my nub.
Yes, exactly.
Take my strong hand.
There's like a vein popping out in your forehead and turning red.
This is my happy vein.
Happy vein. Closer than last time. She looks at you and she goes, impressive. So happy.
That's the exact same thing he said to you in the dream.
Go on.
That's it.
Fuck.
I am not Matt Mercer. Hi, I'm off-brand Matt Mercer. Great value, if you will.
Great value,
Mert Masser.
Mert Masser. Oh shit! No, I'm just Devin. It's fine.
Bye.
Oh my God.
3 halflings in a trench coat.
Yes. There it is.
Oh my God.
We are doing
Okay.
that at some point because there are 3 of us.
Yep.
Yes. Yes.
There you
Needs
go.
to be done. And I have
Alright.
a trench coat.
All right, but I'm.
We like clips.
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 Clips are very important.
You should definitely make clips of today. If you don't, I will find you, and I will TPKO you.
That's good. Well, because I was worried because your friends seem to get mad at you.
Friend is a loose term. See, I say friend because while I don't really have any friends like you all, I have things that don't kill me, and I count them as a thing.
That is
Then usually.
Yes.
I lived a life a long time ago, so I understand.
Right.
You
So
do
would-
also call everyone.
Would you
your friend.
consider us friends?
I do.
I would like to say that we are friends. Are we friends?
Well, we haven't killed you yet.
Well, then in my
All right.
Goes to kiss her and closes the door in his face.
It's a tug. You
Licks
got
the
a tug
door.
in the door. Why would you do that?
Why do you go in tongue first? Learn your lesson.
Natural Jeff.
So,
He is indeed a natural.
He is a natural Jeff.
We rolled a natural Jeff.
he is not a box Jeff. He's natural Jeff.
Yeah. So organic, not from a box.
Yeah.
Grass-fed.
Maybe he's born with it. Maybe it's natural Jeff.
There you go.
You're bringing the bodies?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, we loaded up the bodies.
That's right. We were tying up and doing the dragging thing.
Yeah.
So we didn't just leave them in the woods. Yeah.
You're dragging
Okay.
bodies down the road on your car?
We're not
We
dragging them
made
down
a-
the road. They're on
We
like
made a
little
thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
A sled. Like a sled.
We're not barbarian.
We're not just gonna leave them in the woods. Come on.
Is I'm not.
Jeffrey, that's the dogs. That's the dog.
Well,
Did you
thank
hear
you
it
for
in your
telling me,
mind?
ta-ta!
Did you hear that in my
He
mind?
can talk.
Oh, and you must be the Jeffrey.
There it is. The Jeffrey.
And he looks at you longingly. And hold on. Gotta check something. Gotta check something. Hold. Hold.
Was that good for longing?
Longing.
Yes, this is how the actual people you're training.
Now I need to.
There's basically 50 elven children going all over the place.
Oh!
But with axes. Because it's axe training day.
That's it.
So you gave me the necklace, and I love it.
Thank you.
Do you still have the other half?
Of course. And he kind of
Could you
like.
see it?
Yep. He you know, kind of ruffles his
he's
shirt and
wearing
pulls
it?
it out. Yep.
Stand over there, Toby. We need to move
Okay.
Sam. Sam.
The thing where the smoke comes out.
Chimney!
Really? Really? I'm kidding.
That's amazing.
That's so good. It was mostly the face with a.
Sorry.
Oh.
Yes, go start.
Now this goblin knot. It's not a plant I've ever heard of, but it could just be another misspelling. Because maybe that K is an S. He sort of turns the paper a little bit. Yeah, that must be what it is. Parvovis cabolus muca involta. Goblin snot. Bugbear boogies. Used in pungent poultices and unctuous ointments due to its veritable viscosity. It binds ingredients together, provided you don't care how noxious the result is. For reasons I'm sure you can imagine, I don't keep any around. You'll have to ask a goblin.
You realize, Jeff, that for now and forever, every time someone says your name on stream, we're gonna be like,
Jeffrey!
I'm sorry.
I'm not.
Both. There's a mix of both.
Looking, found something you have.
You're also blowing out on the mic.
Yeah, that's very true.
Be here all night.
Oh.
And by all night, I
Oh,
mean for
God.
another hour.
Looks like that.
I can't see that.
Right there.
Oh, okay. I would like you to.
There's a picture in the Discord.
Yeah.
There, Toby. Get the
Fine, we don't have to do it then.
She's a very plain widow.
No. And like the metal of the armor is just gonna kind of like ripple up my arm and just show like the nub, and then it will come back.
Yeah, what if Xing Xing did it?
Like very Terminator style.
Look at my nub.
Dun 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 dun.
That needs to be clipped.
Ask me about my nub.
Ask me about my nub.
Yes, exactly.
Take my strong hand.
There's like a vein popping out in your forehead, turning red.
This is my happy vein.
Happy vein. Closer than last time. She looks at you and she goes, okay. So happy.
That's the exact same thing he said to you in the dream.
Go on.
That's it.
Fuck.
Is that in character?
I am not Matt Mercer. Hi, I'm off-brand Matt Mercer. Great value, if you will.
Great value,
Mert Master.
Mert Masser. Oh shit! No, I'm just Devin.
Bye.
Three halflings in a trench coat.
Yeah.
Yes.
There it is.
Oh my god.
We are doing
Okay.
that at some point because there are 3 of us.
Yep.
Yes. Yes.
There you
Needs
go.
to be done. And I have a
Alright.
trench coat.
All right, but I'm.
We like clips.
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 Clips are very important.
You should definitely make clips of today. If you don't, I will find you, and I will TPKO you.
That's good. Well, because I was worried because your friends seemed to get mad at you.
Friend is a loose term. See, I say friend because while I don't really have any friends like you all, I have things that don't kill me, and I count that as a good thing.
That is
Then usually.
Yes.
I lived a life a long time ago, so I understand.
Right, right.
You do also call everyone.
Would you
your friend.
consider us friends?
I do. I do.
I would like to say that we are friends. Are we friends?
Well, we haven't killed you yet.
Well, then in my
All right.
Goes to kiss her and closes the door in his face.
You gotta tug at the door. Why did you do that?
Why do you go in tongue first? Learn your lesson.
Natural Jeff.
so.
He
He is indeed a natural
He is a natural Jeff.
We rolled a natural Jeff.
He is not a box Jeff. He's natural Jeff.
Yeah. It's organic, not from a box.
Yeah. Maybe he's born with it. Maybe it's natural Jeff.
There you go.
You're bringing the bodies?
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, we loaded up the bodies.
That's right. We were tying up and doing the dragging thing.
Yeah.
So we didn't just leave them in the woods. Yeah.
You're dragging bodies down the road on your car.
We're not dragging them down the road. They're on like
we made
a
a
little
thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, a sled. Like a sled.
We're not barbarian.
We're not just gonna leave them in the woods. Come on.
I'm not.
Jeffrey, that's the dogs. That's the dog.
Did you hear it in your mind? Did you hear that in my
He
mind?
can talk.
Oh, and you must be the Jeffrey.
There it is. The Jeffrey.
And he looks at you longingly. And hold on. Gotta check something. Gotta check something. Hold.
Was that good for longing?
Longing.
Yes, this is how the actual people you're training.
Now I need to
There's basically 50 elven children going all over the place. So, but with axes, because it's axe training day.
That's it.
So you gave me the necklace, and I love it.
Thank you.
Do you still have the other half?
Of course. And he kind of
Good to
like.
see it.
Yep. He, kind of ruffles his
he's
shirt and
wearing
pulls it out. Yep.
Okay.
The thing where the smoke comes out.
Chimney!
Really? Really? I'm kidding.
That's amazing.
That's so good. It was mostly the face with a.
Sorry. Yes. Go start.
Now this goblin knot. It's not a plant I've ever heard of, but it could just be another misspelling. Because maybe that K is an S. He sort of turns the paper a little bit. Yeah, that must be what it is. Parvovis cabolus muca involta. Goblin snot. Bugbear boogies. Used in pungent poultices and unctuous ointments due to its veritable viscosity. It binds ingredients together, provided you don't care how noxious the result is. For reasons I'm sure you can imagine, I don't keep any around. You'll have to ask a goblin.
You realize, Jeff, that for now and forever, every time someone says your name on stream, we're gonna be like,
Jeffrey!
I'm sorry.
I'm not. Both. It's a mix of both.
Found something you have.
You're also blowing out on the mic.
Yeah, that's very true.
Be here all night. And by all night, I mean for another hour.
Looks like that.
I can't see that.
Right there.
Oh, okay.
I would like you to.
There's a picture in the Discord.
Yeah.
Fine. We don't have to do it then.
She's a very plain widow.
No. And like the metal of the armor is just gonna kind of like ripple up my arm and just show like the nub, and then it will come back.
Yeah, what if she
Daddy, talk to me.
Very Terminator style.
Look at my nub.
Dun 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 dun.
That needs to be clipped.
Ask me about my nub.
Ask me about my nub.
Yes, exactly.
Take my strong hand. There's like a vein popping out in your forehead, turning red.
This is my happy vein.
Happy vein.
Whoa.
Closer than last time. She looks at you and she goes, impressive.
So happy.
That's the exact same thing he said to you in the dream.
Go on.
That's it.
Fuck.
Is that in character?
Hold on.
I am not Matt Mercer. Hi, I'm off-brand Matt Mercer. Great value, if you will.
Great value, Matt Mercer.
Mert Masser.
Mert Masser. Oh shit! No, I'm just Devin. It's fine.
Bye.
Oh my God. 3 halflings in a trench coat.
Yes. There it is.
Oh my god.
We are doing
Okay.
that at some point because there are 3 of us.
Yep.
Yes. Yes.
There you
Needs
go.
to be done. And I have a
Alright.
trench coat.
All right, but I'm.
We like clips.
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 Clips are very important.
You should definitely make clips of today. If you don't, I will find you. And I will TPKO you.
That's good. Well, because I was worried because your friends seem to get mad at you.
Friend is a loose term. See, I say friend because while I don't really have any friends like you all, I have things that don't kill me, and I count that as a good thing.
That is
Then usually.
Yes.
I lived a life a long time ago, so I understand.
Right, right.
You do also call everyone.
Would you
your friend.
consider us friends?
I do.
I would like to say that we are friends. Are we friends?
Well, we haven't killed you yet.
Well, then in my
All right.
Goes to kiss her and closes the door in his face.
You gotta tug in the door. Why would you do that?
Why do you go in tongue first? Learn your lesson.
Natural Jeff.
So,
He is indeed a natural.
He is a natural Jeff.
We rolled a natural Jeff.
he is not a box Jeff. He's natural Jeff.
Yeah. So organic, not from a box.
Yeah.
Grass-fed.
Maybe he's born with it. Maybe it's natural Jeff.
There you go.
You're bringing the bodies?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, we loaded up the bodies.
That's right. We were tying up and doing the dragging thing.
Yeah.
So we didn't just leave them in the woods. Yeah.
You're dragging bodies down the road on your car?
We're not
We
dragging
made
them down the road. They're on like
We made a
little
thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
A sled. Like a sled.
We're not barbarian.
We're not just gonna leave them in the woods. Come on.
I'm not.
Jeffrey, that's the dog. That's the dog.
Well,
Did you
thank
hear
you
it
for
in your
telling
mind?
me. Ta-ta!
Did you hear that in my
He
mind?
can talk.
Oh, and you must be the Jeffrey.
There it is. The Jeffrey.
And he looks at you longingly. And hold on. Gotta check something. Gotta check something. Hold.
Was that good for longing?
Longing.
Yes, this is how the actual people you're training.
Now I need to
There's basically 50 elven children going all over the place. So, but with axes. Because it's axe training day.
That's it.
So you gave me the necklace, and I love it.
Thank you.
Do you still have the other half?
Of course. And he kind of
Could you
like.
see it?
Yep. He, kind of ruffles
Oh,
his
he's
shirt and
wearing
pulls it out. Yep.
Okay.
The thing where the smoke comes out.
Chimney! There you go.
Really? Really? I'm kidding.
That's amazing.
That's so good. It was mostly the face with a.
Sorry.
Oh.
Yes. Go start.
Now this goblin knot. It's not a plant I've ever heard of, but it could just be another misspelling. Because maybe that K is an S. He sort of turns the paper a little bit. Yeah, that must be what it is. Parvovis cabolus muca involta. Goblin snot. Bugbear boogies. Used in pungent poultices and unctuous ointments due to its veritable viscosity. It binds ingredients together, provided you don't care how noxious the result is. For reasons I'm sure you can imagine, I don't keep any around. You'll have to ask a goblin.
You realize, Jeff, that for now and forever, every time someone says your name on stream, we're gonna be like,
Jeffrey!
I'm sorry.
Hey, we're back.
Like
Hey.
Didn't get me.
No, because I thought we were gonna leave it there, and then Christy started the sentence, and I was like, well, crap. She's gonna get caught. Welcome back, folks. Thanks for being patient with us. It's greatly appreciated. Unfortunately, we are going to be down a Clancy for the rest of the session. We will do our best to try to get Clancy / Claire back on, but for right now, we're gonna rock without her. So Clancy will be the stoic, silent, in the background, brooding, stabby stab that we've all come to know and love.
Yeah, we'll stab it if necessary.
The magic stabby stab.
Oh, also, I hope we sound better.
Yes.
Do we sound better? We're good?
Yes.
We're jamming?
Yes.
I mean, I think, Bill, you're still a little quiet for me, but if you just speak up, I think you'll be okay.
I shall speak up.
Use your Bill. Use that sweet baritone that you have.
Yes.
The problem is he looks at his computer, which is away from the microphone.
It's the curse.
Yes,
we're going on an adventure.
Yeah, that's better. That'll be a little.
And now
bit
it won't.
better,
And now it's also not quite as weird when.
So it's facing.
Yeah.
Go on, don't die.
And now it's not quite as bad when Kaylee and Bill look at each other when they both look and we get profile shots of both of them. So. All right, cool. Hey, you know what? One day we'll get there.
I'll move mine too. Okay, fine.
One day we'll get there, folks. One day.
See me from over here.
Hold on.
Someday. But that day is
I
not
can't do
today.
it. I can't.
That day is not today.
I don't have my glasses on.
Whoa.
We're going for a ride.
We're going to the moon with Steve.
I can look at you and talk like this and be almost eating the microphone.
There you go.
I love
but we can hear you.
But
Yes,
10
that's
volume
what
level,
matters.
10 out of 10. Would recommend listening to you read A Midsummer's Night Dream. I don't know.
Literally anything.
Literally anything. All right, so we're back.
Literally anything.
I hope everyone got a drink, a snack, potty.
I did not.
I tried to get children into bed and I failed, so they're watching more cartoons.
Get them next
That's
time.
all right. You'll get another attempt. Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, they already. Hopefully, by the time I get back up there, at least one of them is passed out.
And
Fingers
unless you
crossed.
need to for bedtime, we can probably push the next break to 10:15, or at your discretion.
Nah.
Obviously.
Nah, we're good. We're good. All right. So, at this point, you guys did you have anything else you wanted to tell Icewind, Morag?
No.
Okay. So, basically, like Icewind goes, "All right, sounds good," and then it just goes dead, and you feel your hand cooling again, cooling down. Birchar kind of looks at you and goes, "Oh, I hope you got your message across. That wasn't that was almost as long as a normal one, but not quite." So.
Pretty brief.
Yep. All right.
It was
So yeah. So then he's like, all right, well, I gotta let this thing charge for, another few days, and I now have to figure out how to pack it up. So, hey, all right, let's do this.
Yeah, it's not even connecting now. So.
All right.
You can just keep audio only works best for you.
Yep. All right.
Yeah.
All right. So we're back. We're gonna
My computer.
flip. Fun times. All right. So we're gonna. Pardon the technical difficulties, as where we put people in the right places.
Technical difficulties.
There you go. All right.
I've been called close.
And then I think we can even make it super fancy, because I think I still have my. I don't know if I still have that photo, my Clancy photo. Okay. All right. Whatever. We'll figure it out. Who cares? YOLO! So, anyway. Bless you.
Hold on a minute.
Oh. Actually, I need to tweak this a little bit. All right. No, it's good. It's good. We got it. We got it.
We're jamming. We're slamming and hamming.
We are hamming and slamming. There we go. All right. So, all right, so Morag, you finish talking to Icewind. You come out to see the rest of the party feverishly packing stuff into bags and stuff. And
I
Burchard
literally
comes
have
out.
a bag open and just scooping the shelf into it.
Jen, no, you may have started that way, but like I said, we were doing halfling desk cleaning, so Jen is packing, but also helping, like, direct Clancy and Flynn. I'm sure Morag and Kira can figure it out together because Kira and Morag seem pretty organized. At least.
Well, I can reach the top shelves.
Which is huge.
Anyone who was she was directing Clancy and Flynn, and if Kira and Morag wanted to take direction, she would have been like, "Yeah, take those."
Every time she's not looking.
Don't break anything, or you're paying for it.
I'm not breaking it. I'm just.
Burchard comes out and says, "Who's breaking my stuff?"
I'm not breaking anything. It's all fully packed. See, shelf. All that shelf is right here.
Holds up a bag of broken glass.
It's not broken. See, it's intact.
We have to carry that on a bag, Flynn.
All right. Oh.
We'll double bag it.
Fair enough. All right. Well, I appreciate the help. Morag, she oh, I guess you can fill him in, and then he shuffles over to start packing up some stuff in his bedroom. So
fills in information.
There you go.
Oh.
There you go.
Gives
Imagine that with like asterisks around it.
I spoke with Icewind. I spoke with Icewind. I relayed all of our information over to him. He said that he would send some people to come check out the garrison over here. Hopefully that will get squared. I told him that we were going to investigate the Adventurers Guild a bit more, and he said that I had a letter from Ace.
Oh, how's Ace doing?
I don't know. He wouldn't tell me anymore other than he maces me.
Well, maybe Ace was a little more descriptive than that.
Wait, was Icewind uncomfortable?
I suppose so.
I think you're gonna want that note when you get back to Furon.
Well, he said something about sending it through official garrison post or something. Hopefully they don't read your letters.
Share your business with everyone.
It's also gonna get sent to somewhere else.
Oh. Oh no!
Oh no! Oh dear!
My spicy
Suddenly
texts.
Morag goes to Furon by herself.
Where are you going to Furon? I've got to get a letter.
So it's a 3-day detour for a booty call.
Listen, it's taken less than a letter to ruin an entire country, okay? That's all I'm saying.
This is true. This is true.
And I'm only one person, so
props to
get
you.
wrecked.
All right,
D&D
so
sexting.
long postage.
So are you talking about like the 1800s way of texting, or literally any time before texting? Okay.
Yeah, really. Yeah, absolutely.
Literally any time before.
Literally any time before texting.
Anytime.
The original tramp stamp.
My brain is trying to do like I'm imagining. Here's the problem: is I'm imagining like Shakespearean, but including words like "my Riz game is so tight," and
there is a guy on TikTok who does that. Who does Shakespeare monologues in Gen X or Gen Z speak? It's hilarious.
I need that in my life.
I will see if I can find it for you.
Damn, mama, that ass is fat.
No.
That was timed perfectly.
It
Thanks,
really
Jen.
was.
All right, I'm gonna make a note to myself because I'll forget otherwise.
All right.
Okay.
Fantastic.
That
Cool.
was amazing.
Especially coming from you.
Nasty.
Kaylee. Intercourse.
Oh my gosh.
Oh man, let's bring it back.
Oh yeah, bring it back.
You know what?
And break it down.
You mean to it, Tony. We have to do the thing now.
We gotta bring it back.
We did
No, they started.
No,
There you go.
It ended.
All right.
Okay.
All right. Okay. So, you guys have finished packing up Burchar's place as much as you could. I mean, it's like probably 9 o'clock in the morning. You'd mentioned about stopping into the garrison before you headed out. Is that what you're gonna be on your way to do, or is there any other pit stops you wanted to make?
Yeah, Kira had an idea about telling them, or well, whoever was going to tell them the place we were going to go, even though it's not perfect.
Yeah.
Yeah,
so
I think that's. I can't think of anything else we need to do.
all right.
So Burchar's going to find the gnome.
Yep, he's gonna go find Cagby on his own. Well, you kind of infer that he sent Pandora and the other rats to go find him.
Okay. Okay, gotcha. Just wanted to make sure that was closed up.
Yeah, go up to him.
Well, you didn't ask about that, but just needless to say, that's what you inferred.
As
All
long
right.
as he's going to stay, yeah.
All right, so I'm guessing you guys are going to go... Okay, so the primary garrison office, which is where the garrison commander's main office is probably... not too far, maybe about a half hour, 45-minute walk.
Is that where the prison is as well?
It's one of two, because Moore is large enough that they have two garrisons, and the primary one is the bigger one, which is on your side of town. The secondary one is on the other side of town, closer to like the spiked javelin and all that, but it is smaller.
When we stayed, did we stay in the primary one or the secondary one?
You guys stayed in the secondary dormitories, because those were on the other side of town. Because when you were on this side of town, which, for those checking on the map, the delineation point is the governor's estate, because the governor's estate is kind of like right in the middle, like the dividing point of the city. Yep, so it's about half hour, 45 minutes. Maybe a little bit longer because of, foot traffic and stuff like that. But you do arrive at the garrison office, the primary garrison, and similar setup as before. There's a stern-looking elf, female this time though. She is appears to has like a rack of weapons in front of her, like a rack of swords, and she's in the midst of cleaning and sharpening them as you guys walk in.
A long time ago, someone built him, okay?
And she looks up. She looks up, takes a break, and says, "Can I help you?"
We're here to see the garrison commander.
Yes, let me go see if Commander Theron is in his office. Please stay in the lobby until I return. And she walks off, opens up the little cage that she's in, closes it, locks it behind her, heads her way down the hallway.
Did I investigate that area at all last time? I'm trying to remember.
The only thing you caught was the only thing you tried to check was the door lock. I know you checked to see. You asked about when the door was locked, and it was only locked when somebody wasn't in there. It was something like that. It was something like that, because I do remember you asking about it.
Yeah, I was just trying to think if there's anything of interest in that back area. I don't have anything written down, so.
Well, the problem is you never got back in there. You just you didn't peek through the gate or the wrought iron bars that are in front of the desk in that little caged area. So you didn't really peek in to look. You can if you want to while she's gone.
Sure. While she's gone, I'm gonna peek in to look.
Okay. Give me a little investigation check, please.
That is a 5. I rolled the Halfling's Bane.
2.
Yup.
Hey, there's swords on the... There's swords there.
They look pretty dull.
Some of them look dull, some of them look sharp, some of them look dirty, some of them look clean.
Right, that was pretty unfruitful.
Yeah, so...
What were the names of those guys you were talking about before? The guy that was looking for his friend and such?
Chauncey and Horatio.
Chauncey was the guy you talked to, I believe, and Horatio...
Yeah, and Horatio was the guy that was missing.
Yeah, Chauncey was the one you talked to, and Horatio was the one that you was
missing. Do we
missing.
want to ask about that? Do we want to ask if maybe they were detained or something? That's something we don't even want to mix.
Well, the bigger problem was that John's one that was out that we knew of that said he hadn't heard from his friend, who we suggested find out if he's been arrested.
Yeah,
but
so
then
he
the
was supposed
place
to
where
stay
they
at
were
that
both
place, and
supposedly
he-
staying, they never were at all. He
Yes.
said he was already staying there.
I
That
know.
meant Chauncey was mine.
This is a weird thing, but I'm just curious if, since we're here, if we could uncover something.
I mean, we
about
can
it.
ask.
If not, I imagine that they have logs of who's at the other garrison.
I mean, it's a reasonable assumption based on your experience with the 2 different garrisons at this point, yeah. Yep, so the female elf comes back and says, Commander Theron is in his office if you want to head upstairs. He is taking visitors at this time.
Also, while I have you,
Sure.
do you have a log of who's been detained?
Yes, we do.
Okay, there was some fishy business, and I wanted to see if maybe one of the people we were trying to investigate maybe got detained, and that's why we couldn't find them.
I mean, we don't just show it to the log to everyday citizens.
I'm not looking to look at the
You're
log
not an
myself.
everyday citizen.
I am not an everyday citizen. Here's my badge.
And she looks at it and goes, alright. Yeah, let me, apologies. Let me, she goes back in, unlocks the cage, kind of goes back in, so pulls out the log. So you're looking for, are you looking for, because she takes 2 different books out. She's like, are you looking for an arrest log or a visitation log?
Both, honestly.
Okay.
But I would think an arrest log would be first and foremost. And do we have a last name? We don't have a last
Did he
name.
give us a last name?
Just Chauncey and Horatio.
Yeah.
We don't have much to go on, but it's
Race. We
Chauncey
need their race.
and Horatio. And they are human.
Were they?
I think so, yeah.
That's how much it is.
Yeah, Chauncey was human. Pretty sure he said that Horatio was a human. She said, and so she takes out, alright, so she slides one book to the side for now, takes out another one, the arrest log, which is decidedly bigger than the visitation log.
Somehow I'm not surprised by that at all.
So she kind of flips open to the first page and she says, how far back were you thinking this arrest possibly happened?
Maybe 3 days?
Chauncey would be within the past 3 days. Horatio might be within the past 2 weeks.
I thought 5 to
Okay.
7.
Sure, past week. We'll go with past week.
Is that business days or including weekends?
Including weekends.
They get busy on weekends.
Crime
They get a
never
whole
takes breaks.
people.
Crime doesn't take breaks on the weekends. So she, alright, so she starts flipping back, she takes the 3 pages and she starts, and you notice like she flips like a decent sized section and then like she gets to what you guys, you know, clearly mark as like a day. And then she's like flipping through a couple pages of that, kind of scanning. No Chauncey in the last couple days.
Into Clint's head. You know, he could have just given us a different name or them a different name.
Kind of pointed just kind of going like this. Yeah, that's kind of what I was thinking. I'm thinking maybe the whole thing was fake anyways, but I just wanted to see if maybe he just gave us a false name and maybe Horatio is here.
All right, and then she flips back to, you know, another decent sized section. Starts scanning. No. Alright, so there was nothing for Chauncey within the last 3 or 4 days, and then nothing for Horatio in terms of arrests within the last... I went back like 10 days.
Okay.
So she closes that book, slides it over, pulls over the much smaller visitation book.
The same week to 10 days for both names, if you don't mind.
All right. Let's see. She flips through. Nothing here. Closes that
How long
up.
ago was the
attack?
How many days ago was that?
It was a week.
Okay.
10 days.
So okay.
At least 10 days.
As long as
I would say.
So since that book's so small, if you wouldn't mind checking 2 weeks.
Sure. Nothing there in visitation. She starts thinking. Let me check something else. And she takes these 2 books, kind of puts them back under the counter, takes out a even smaller one, and she starts flipping through it, and she says, well, I thought now that I was kind of stewing it over in my head a little bit. Yeah, now that I was stewing it over in my head a little bit, I did actually remember that name Horatio. Yeah. So because of how large the city is, we actually keep a separate missing persons log. And about let me just find it again. Yeah, it was about 2 weeks ago, so probably would have been a couple days before the attacks. Somebody had claimed that somebody had come in and filed a missing persons for a large, bald male human named Horatio. The reason why that kind of the reason why it I remembered it was because it was about a day or two after the attacks that we found she takes out yet another log. It's about the same size as the visitation log, so it's about medium size compared, in the middle between the two. She said, yeah, a body was found the day after the attacks that matched the description of Horatio.
Oh.
Instantly, in the head, and I'll do it one by one so that everybody hears it. So that's his story. That's Chauncey's story that he's telling people. What do you want to bet then Chauncey's involved?
Maybe Chauncey killed Horatio.
And so...
Who turned in the missing person?
It was a traveling group. They weren't native to, or they weren't residents of Moore.
Group?
It was a group. And she looks at the missing persons log, and she goes, interesting. And she kind of turns the book and slides it to all of you. Would you be able to decipher those signatures? Because now that I'm looking at it, it just kind of looks like big scribbles.
Oh my god!
Do I recognize either any of the scribbles, or is there any thieves' cant in there?
You can't recognize... You don't recognize... You can't make out the names, but you definitely recognize the technique.
Okay.
Does it look similar to the group of scribbled names at the log when we came through the front gate?
It appears to be an almost exact match.
Or what about do we remember the one from Lockjaws? Can she do a history check to see if she remembers what the group looked like at the...
Ooh.
Oh,
Yes, she certainly.
We had seen another group name somewhere.
Yeah, it was in the log at Lockjaw's place. Yes, if you would like to roll a history check for that, Kira, you absolutely may, and I will give you advantage because of the assist from Jen, because I'm gonna assume you did this, Jen.
Play video games or play.
Yeah, have you ever seen? Do you remember that book from Lockjaw's?
That's what you were gonna ask, wasn't it?
That is a very timely assist because that is a 16. I have a +0 to history.
All right.
And that's in my other book too. Like I can't even look up my notes from that one. But 16.
16. You try to remember back as far as you can. You know the technique, so you know part of the purpose is to make these scribbles illegible. But you do notice the fact that the mistake seems to be that those signatures at Lockjaw match the signature of the log coming into the city, which pretty much matches what you're looking at right now.
Wait, Abby.
And the ones from Lockjaw, they were from like the first time we were through there, right?
Abby, we have a few
Before
more
we
like
went to Dragon's
weeks ago.
I played a game.
And so this female trooper kind of sees you guys like staring at each other, and she's like, "I can't make. Does this look familiar? Because so much has honestly happened since then that we didn't take the time to look back at logs prior to all the attacks. And now that I'm kind of looking at this again for the first time, I can't read that at all."
We're investigating the same exact kind of problem in Furon.
Kira's gonna just shut her mouth and back up.
Is there an Elias on there?
No, I mean just the fact of this not being able to.
No. In the
log
book.
Okay.
For missing people.
She looks through it and says, no name for Elias. If it was another visitor or something like that, you'd have to check with the visitation logs for the troop stationed outside of town.
No, I don't believe that he would be visiting.
Hi, Daddy.
Well, I mean, how long ago would this person have been missing?
I don't know. That's what I'm trying to figure out.
Okay. Well, she leaves through and says, yeah, nobody's reported any missing persons named Elias in the last... ever. This log goes back a couple months, so...
Would there be any way you could figure that out at any garrison? Or is that a bit too time consuming?
I want it to go up. Who's at the highest it can go?
I mean,
Okay, let's play spinning.
if it's a part of an ongoing investigation,
Okay.
I would have to requisition time and resources from Commander Theron.
Okay, it's also called.
But if it's something that's big enough, I mean, if something here that you can give me that I can go to Commander Theron and say, hey, there's a connection here to what happened, the attacks that happened all around Starhel. And she's like, if you can give me that connection, I can try to allocate the resources to kind of dig deeper into this. Everyone give me an insight check real quick.
Whoa. So, I'm great at this.
And let me know if anybody gets lower than a 10.
Ooh, this is better.
Natural
18 total.
Pop photos. Huh? The what?
I'm sorry, what are we going with insight?
Yeah, and anything lower than a 10.
I got the 9.
You got 22.
Yep.
Daddy, I thought you were
Go
on.
down!
What?
I got 7.
I was on this one.
Okay.
Wow. Okay.
But now I can't spin it.
Clancy, what'd you get on insight?
I'd have to Toby!
12.
Hey, all right. Majority of you got over 10, so good job. You guys all notice that she is starting to get, like, earnestly interested in what you're talking about.
Little baby, yes, you have a spin it.
Kira's immediately suspicious.
Little baby.
Can we get that on a bumper sticker? Can we get that on a shirt? Kira is immediately suspicious.
Baby, do you want to go for a big
With squinty eyes.
Yes.
Just
Yeah.
like,
Yeah.
You're not a baby, Toby.
It's like everybody here has their own themed shirt now. That we have enough to start up our own shop.
Mine is just a horse with a puff of smoke behind it.
Can you push me next?
We all have multiple.
Yep.
Yeah.
So, like,
Great saying, this
No.
drink tastes amazing.
There's an energy drink by that name. I don't know.
I'm sure there is.
Interested in the whole Scribble mystery, or interested in the Elias thing specifically? And I also have a follow-up question to that.
Sure. She seems really interested in the Scribble thing because she'd mentioned that looking back, they didn't look at logs and details prior to the attacks. So this is kind of their first time looking back at anything that was logged in this kind of detail prior to the attacks. So now that you guys are like, that's weird. She's like, oh, that's weird? How is it weird?
Kira's just clamming up immediately.
Out loud that was weird. This was something that happened. But
she's also kind of thrown because you guys are like doing all of this, so you guys are kind of like stopped and like like you guys looked at the notebook and then kind of stopped talking and stared at each other. So she's like,
that took that long though. Like, would it have taken that long just to remember something? But anyway, I did have a backup question before I forget and we move on.
Sure.
Would Kira have recognized the name Elias?
No, because he was only like he was like 16 or 17, so
he would have been a baby street rat when she was part of the Thieves Guild. If he
wouldn't have even been born yet before it would have even been that route, because you've been out for longer than.
I've only been out a couple years. Like 2 years.
That's right. Yeah, okay. So there's the name doesn't ring a bell, because he would have been, if he was in it when you were in it, he would have been like a lower rank than you, so you would have been like.
And he would end like 2 different departments, you know.
Kind of, yeah.
We don't have company picnics, that sort of thing.
I work. He works in accounting. I work in accounts payable. You know, it's like.
You know,
you think it's the same, but it's not.
But it's really not. Yeah.
And quick question, the thing that like Kira has been doing has been more like obscuring it like just randomly each time, whereas these people seem to have like perfected it, and it's almost like it is a signature but it's not legible.
Well, you tell me, Kira, do you
that was my understanding of these.
Yeah.
Oh, mine is a complete scrawl that has nothing to do with my name, but to be fair, especially after seeing that they are recognizable as the same scribbles, Kira is now going to make sure that her scribbles are different each time.
Okay.
Because she hasn't necessarily been doing that.
So we could say up until this point, she's been doing that same kind of scribble, but it's been like the same hand motion, same
It's
looking
like
type of
muscle
scribble.
memory, yeah.
Scribble.
But now she's going to make a conscious point of changing it up each time.
Yeah, I actually thought we had mentioned that the second time that they made us sign our names. You were like, I'm not going to do exactly the same thing, but it's still just a scribble.
No,
But
I don't
maybe
think I mentioned it specifically.
She might or might not have, but the point is.
Look at her and go, we can go talk to the garrison commander because we're going up there right now anyways. But if you could go so far as to just pay attention to large groups like this, pointing at the book of these scribbles, large groups of that is where you need to watch out for.
Oh, absolutely. Well, now that this apparently is very interesting, I will send word out to the. She's like, heck, I may even just go out there myself, have somebody cover the desk for me. I may go out, and she's like starting to talk a little bit faster.
Hang on.
Oh, sorry.
It's not even like a scribble. It's almost like a cipher because these exact signatures have been seen. It's not like any scribbles. These exact signatures have been seen.
Right.
Just clear. I just want to make sure you're clear on that.
Okay. Yeah. No. I mean, the fact that it's just, and you see her like she'd been kind of monotone and steady Eddie, but now she's like starting to pick up the pace a little bit. She's like, hey, well, I might be able to get somebody to cover the desk for me because I could swap shifts with somebody, and then Xander owes me for covering his shift that one time, so he could cover the desk for me now, and then I can run out,
you don't get out
and
on
then
the streets much, do you? They got you behind the desk.
yeah, well, I mean, I am. And she kind of leans in. She's like, I've always been the one to kind of want to uncover something big. And if this is the key to helping uncover something big, I want to be in on the ground floor.
May I make a suggestion?
Yeah, what's up?
If I were you, I would keep it close to the chest, because you don't want anyone, like, cutting in on your intel. You don't want anyone stepping on your toes. Make sure you get the whole picture before you take it up the chain.
Are you trying to persuade her or deceive her?
Persuade her, because there's nothing deceiving in that. It's
Okay.
just that I'm trying to persuade her to essentially not go blabbing about this
To everyone.
All right. Everybody.
Am
I persuading?
Yeah.
But for her benefit.
Yeah.
All nodding. Which is
Yeah, and then you can get help because everyone's like, yeah, she's right.
That is a natural 20.
Woo! Can I get a nat 20 in the chat?
Boom, boom, boom.
Devin, don't die.
I'm just choking, man.
So, all right,
Don't
bro.
mind me.
Don't choke on the dice specifically.
That's one
I
way
would
to
hope
go.
not.
With a natural 20, she's like, oh yeah, people are really cutthroat here with like promotions and stuff.
That's what we've seen.
So if I can keep this, okay, so maybe what I can do is I can wait. I could come back after my shift ends when they close up the gates for the night, and then I can check the log after they turn the log in.
And it's these patterns. You want this exact, copy this group if you can.
Yeah, okay, yeah. And she takes out a parchment and kind of like, you see her like try to write it a couple times. Well, actually,
This is going to be a thing for every
she tries to
See,
write
while
it.
you're waiting for your shift to end, you can trace it or whatever.
Yeah, she like tries to copy it,
time.
and she's like, "How does that look?" And it doesn't look anything alike.
Keep
She's
trying.
like,
Keep trying.
"Oh, okay, yeah, okay, these swords can wait. She starts like
What-
picking them up and like putting them back in the rack behind her.
What's your name?
You suck.
You had so much time, Tony.
Dude,
You had
I
so
know!
much time.
conversation.
You know what?
We've been having a conversation with this woman for like 30 minutes.
You know what? You know what?
You know
she looks
what?
she looks at you and she's like so flustered with putting this stuff away. She looks at you and says, Anna Lee.
Anna Lee?
Anna Lee. Oh my god, you're ANNALLEE.
That was my. That's what I figured.
Okay.
I just wanted to make sure I heard it right.
Yeah.
If you find it anywhere else,
yeah,
I'd be interested to know.
All right. Yeah.
Especially at the temple.
I would say anywhere, really.
Yeah.
Okay.
But
All right. Yeah. So she's like, oh yeah. Oh, by the way, Commander Theron, he's waiting for you. So yeah.
Yeah.
she's like,
We're on our way up. Thank you. And,
yeah. No.
You got
Yes.
between us.
This is like the second time you've gotten a guard at the garrison to do this move. What the hell?
Yes, exactly. We're gonna do this to every-
Because you got
every
Flynn
guard.
Guy. You got
The,
Flynn Guy to do
Captain
that
Death.
too.
Yep.
God. There's gonna be like a secret code amongst like you, like your little like group of like
We're
garrison
building
troops.
our own groupies.
Yeah.
Yes.
So yeah. So she's like, okay, yeah.
NPCs, we know we can.
There we go.
I mean, Kira
There
can't
we
trust
go.
anybody.
Yes.
Not
Every
trust. I
town
didn't say
just be like,
trust.
Kira is instantly suspicious. All right.
Well, now she's gonna have to figure out another way to hide her name.
Yeah.
Spreading this around that this is a thing.
Suspicion intensifies.
Don't be suspicious. Don't be suspicious.
Pretty much.
Don't be suspicious.
We're like
suspicious.
Two untrustworthy people away from Kira just changing her name completely and maybe dyeing her hair. So.
My name is Frank now. Pleasure to meet you.
Frankly speaking.
That's just Kira's name backwards.
Arik.
My name
Arik.
is
My name is Arik.
Arik. Yeah.
That's actually a great thing. Frank Lee. Frank Lee speaking.
Frank
Arik, 20 gold.
It's pronounced Eric.
Okay, Ron.
I can't see anything, man.
Absidy.
I don't know why that was so funny.
You're welcome.
Okay.
All right.
Anyway,
so you
shall we
leave.
up the stairs?
You leave Trooper Anna Lee there, feverishly trying to copy these scribbles. You guys make your way.
Wait, one more thing before we go. So it was the group with the scribbles that reported the missing person, or
Yes.
found the body?
They reported the missing person.
Okay.
And then the body was found the day after the attacks, because the person was reported missing a couple days beforehand. A couple days before the attack.
So he was in town longer than he told us to.
All right. So.
This is getting
Okay. Up the stairs.
All right. So you guys head
Moving
up the
on.
stairs. You pass the
Someone else
first
getting
floor.
beat on the way.
You pass the first floor. You don't hear any sounds of beating, but you definitely hear, breakfast time's over. Please push your trays out to the middle of the aisle, please. And basically like a billy club banging on the cell doors. You hear that kind of going down. But no,
Ping, 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 ping.
yeah, ping, 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 ping. Yep. So you hear that, but no sounds of anybody getting beat up this time. You make it up to, and then you head up the second floor. At the top of the stairs is the door that is open, and in there is Commander Theron, who is finishing jotting down some notes. And he looks up and he sees the five of you and says, "Oh, good to see you again. I was told I was going to have some visitors at the moment, but I didn't realize it was the group of investigators. Please come in and sit, and I hope that you have an extensive report to file."
I would not say extensive, and we can't sit for long. We have much that we have to uncover, and we only have some small leads to go on. But I think our next bet is going to be. Have we decided on that? We decided on that ahead of time.
Out of character. Out of character. Out of character.
Yeah.
Out of character.
Sabo.
It was Sabo, or was it the other one?
That's what I'm understanding.
No.
Okay, Sabo.
Arceus. We're going to go check out the Inventors Guild in Arceus.
Okay, that's what I was thinking, but yes, we're going up to the Arceus. We're going to go check out the Mages Guild there. Especially with all the magic that's been happening, I really think they're going to be able to tell us what's going on here and at least lead us in the right direction as to who might be this.
Oh, that is a wonderful start, because we didn't partake in the Inventors Guild parade, that I wouldn't have even thought to check there. That's very intuitive of you. Did you find any further leads regarding the assassination attempt on our dear governor?
Not yet, per se. There'll be several holes in the investigation that we're looking to fill. But when this is all said and done, I'm willing to bet all the cards will be on the table.
Oh, yes, because I know the last time I spoke to Governor Adnelis about it, she was just simply shaken up and devastated by the loss of her assistant.
Can I roll an insight on him just to see how legit he is in this moment?
Sure, absolutely.
I'm sure she was devastated.
That's a 17.
17. He seems pretty genuine. Maybe a little, like, over, like, descriptive of how... Maybe a bit over, like, exuberant of the situation, but he at least seems, like, sincere. Like he's over, I don't want to say over emotional about it, but, like...
Just like
a
over
little,
the top.
like, there we go. Thank you. That's what I was trying to think of. Maybe a little bit over the top, but it seems to be coming from a genuine place.
Okay. The only thing I would say about this just yet, especially with how things are going and how they seem to slip through the cracks so easily, we need to be careful with those.
Oh my gosh.
Because there's something fishy close to home. And we're not sure what that is yet. We're going to find out. But just keep an eye.
Well, absolutely. I've been increasing the guard over the last few days, especially after everything that happened. We tend to keep security of the utmost importance because we must keep the fair city of Moore and its citizens safe from any dangerous outsiders, and those that wish to do harm to our wonderful leadership. So
Absolutely, and if I could make a recommendation, especially for the safety of the governor, you should only pick the guards that you trust closest to you.
I hadn't. I
Just in
guess. I guess I hadn't thought that, anybody would want to attack an old man like me again. But, there may be some truth to what you're saying. Yes, I'll have to take that under advisement. And he takes out a small parchment paper, starts scribbling down a note. So, was there any other assistance or resources that the Moore garrison could provide you at this time?
Out of character, are we going to actually mention the scribbles or no?
I wouldn't.
I wasn't planning on it.
Mm-mm.
Okay. All right. I believe that's really all that we have for you at this moment. Unfortunately, there isn't a lot of evidence, especially since we got here days afterwards. But we did manage to find these here, and definitely keep an eye on the governor as best as we can. Keep that close. Make sure that you have your own personal best in your own mind, not necessarily your best guards, but ones that you trust. Watch that governor. And
well, never
there's
mind.
been a lot of activity. You'll definitely find this. Maybe some of you guys already know this, but this was a lot of activity in the spiked javelin.
Yes, I've always felt like the spiked javelin was a kind of a necessary evil in our city, because I know plenty of nefarious characters from inside and outside the city go there for various arms dealings and goodness knows what other kind of dealings they could have. But it's also a very important part of the local economy.
Of course, and that's the key right there. You think about how many people are there on a regular basis, and if you were a mastermind behind this, wouldn't you want to go someplace incredibly public to make yourself kind of blend in with the crowd, to be able to get anybody that would be part of your group to maybe infest the town per se?
That's a very, very, very good point. I will have to make note of that. We'll have to increase our patrols in that area as well. We are getting... but these are matters for myself to deal with. If you have no other need for resources or anything like that, I must now make some budgetary requests to increase patrols and maybe even begin a conscription. but I certainly do thank you for your time, and I wish you luck in your journey to Arceus, and hope for your investigation provides fruitful.
Of course, and just one of the things we happen to notice. If I'm not sure how you feel about that, how things are going, but maybe with all the homeless folks that are around, the food that happens to be left over in the garrison mess hall, maybe something could happen where just this leftovers get donated to the people that are scrounging in the streets and have nothing else to go for, because there seems to be a lot of them. And you can always judge a town not by how rich the town is, but how they treat their poor.
Give me a persuasion check.
Oh, that's a nat 20.
Woo!
Nice. Love it.
Nat 20, and just for a little extra bit there, persuasion, it's a 26.
Nice. So on a nat, can we get nat 20s in the chat?
Nat 20.
Boom!
Devin, give us a nat 20 jingle. Go.
My brain, the first thing that came to my mind was the doo 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 doo. Like the mystic alien.
That's amazing.
That's awesome.
I love it. There we go. All right, just keeping you on your toes. All right, so on a nat 20, he goes, I've always prided myself in having the city being amongst the strongest and cleanest and most well kept up. But now that you mention that, maybe we should start turning towards how the downtrodden are. So I'm gonna, and he takes out a different sheet of paper, and he's like, I might start up a special notice to have donations. That food left from the cafeteria be donated, and maybe we can even put out notices to let them be conscripts, to give them a job and housing and stuff, and income. That's very.
Yes.
I had not gotten that perspective.
The ones that can't work too.
Absolutely. I had not talked to anybody that had given me that kind of perspective before. Thank you, good sir. And he starts writing down.
All of a sudden, it's a draft.
You're gonna be draft dodging,
man. He's not wrong. Income and housing and food.
Military state.
We see what happens to the garrison when there's
It's like going to prison to have a warm bed.
Yeah,
there you go.
I
exactly.
had the same thought. Like, it's not this. I mean, I hope that we're doing a good thing, but I'm also not entirely sure that it's gonna go well.
We'll find out. All right. So he says, well, if there's nothing else, then good luck in your investigation, and I hope you have the safest of travels.
Is there anything we were supposed to ask him? No.
I don't think so.
Just supposed to come up and
Let him know.
just kind of report in before we left.
All right. And so as you guys walk out, whoever is last, he says, oh, if you wouldn't mind closing the door on your way out, that would be very much appreciated.
Francis just gonna give a thumbs up and
Little salute.
All right. So the door's closed. So as you guys make your way down the stairwell, you get to the bottom of the stairs, and you turn the corner to go down the hallway back out to the lobby area where Annalie is, and you hear someone run into the lobby, because it's like legit sprinting. You hear someone run into the lobby and go, get the troops! There's a fire! There's a fire! And let's go ahead and take a quick break.
I swear to God.
it better not be Judge's house burning down because
I will end you. All right.
I'll quit this game.
Right here.
Rats as a fire brigade, like passing buckets.
Like thimbles. They're passing thimbles.
Yeah, little
All right, so okay, take a quick 10-minute break. This will be quicker, and we will be back.
Okay.
That's good. Because I was worried because your friends seem to get mad at you.
Friend is a loose term. See, I say friend because while I don't really have any friends like you all, I have things that don't kill me, and I count that as a good thing.
That is
thing
right.
usually.
Yes.
I lived a life a long time ago, so I understand.
Right.
You
So
do also call everyone
Would you
your friend.
consider us friends?
I do.
I would like to say that we are friends. Are we friends?
Well, we haven't killed you yet.
Well, then in my
All right.
Goes to kiss her and closes the door in his face.
You gotta tug in the door. Why would you do that?
Why do you go in tongue first? Learn your lesson.
Natural Jeff.
So,
He is indeed a natural.
He is a natural Jeff.
We rolled a natural Jeff.
he is not a box Jeff. He's natural Jeff.
Yeah. So organic, not from a box.
Yeah. Maybe he's born with it. Maybe it's natural Jeff.
There you go.
You're bringing the bodies?
Yeah.
Well,
we loaded up the bodies.
That's right. We were tying up and doing the dragging thing.
Yeah.
So we didn't just leave them in the
Oh.
woods. Yeah.
You're dragging bodies down the road on your car.
We're not
We
dragging
made
them down the road. They're on like
We made a
little
thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
A sled. Like a sled.
We're not barbarian.
We're not just gonna leave them in the woods. Come on.
I'm not.
Jeffrey, that's the dogs. that's the dog.
Well,
Did you
thank
hear
you
it
for
in your
telling me,
mind?
ta-ta!
Did you hear that in my
He
mind?
can talk.
Oh, and you must be the Jeffrey.
There it is. The Jeffrey.
And he looks at you longingly. And hold on. Gotta check something. Gotta check something. Hold.
Was that good for longing?
Longing.
Yes, this is how the actual people you're training.
Now I need to
There's basically 50 elven children going all over the place. So, but with axes, because it's axe training day.
That's it.
So you gave me the necklace, and I love it.
Thank you.
Do you still have the other half?
Of course. And he kind of
Good to
like.
see it.
Yep. He, kind of ruffles
Oh,
his
he's
shirt and
wearing
pulls it out. Yep.
Okay.
The thing where the smoke comes out.
Chimney!
Chimney! Really? Really? I'm kidding.
That's amazing.
That's so good. It was mostly the face with a.
Sorry.
Oh.
Yes, go start.
Now this goblin knot. It's not a plant I've ever heard of, but it could just be another misspelling. Because maybe that K is an S. He sort of turns the paper a little bit. Yeah, that must be what it is. Parvovis cabolus muca involta. Goblin snot. Bugbear boogies. Used in pungent poultices and unctuous ointments due to its veritable viscosity. It binds ingredients together, provided you don't care how noxious the result is. For reasons I'm sure you can imagine, I don't keep any around. You'll have to ask a goblin.
You realize, Jeff, that for now and forever, every time someone says your name on stream, we're gonna be like,
Jeffrey!
I'm sorry.
I'm not.
Both. It's a mix of both.
Looking, found something you have.
You're also blowing out on the mic.
Yeah,
little
that's
bit.
very true.
Be here all night.
Oh.
And by all night, I mean for
God.
another hour.
Looks like that.
I can't see that.
Right there.
Oh, okay.
I would like you to.
There's a picture in the Discord.
Yeah.
We don't have to do it then.
She's a very plain widow.
No. And like the metal of the armor is just gonna kind of like ripple up my arm and just show like the nub, and then it will come back.
Yeah, what if Xing Xing did it?
Like very Terminator style.
Look at my nub.
Dun 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 dun.
That needs to be clipped.
Ask me about my nub.
Ask me about my nub.
Yes, exactly.
Take my strong hand. There's like a vein popping out in your forehead, turning red.
This is my happy vein.
Happy vein. You got closer than last time. She looks at you and she goes, impressive.
So happy.
That's the exact same thing he said to you in the dream.
Go on.
That's it.
Fuck. I am not Matt Mercer. Hi, I'm off-brand Matt Mercer. Great value, if you will.
Great value, Matt.
Mert Masser.
Mert Masser. Oh shit! No, I'm just Devin. It's fine.
Bye.
Oh my God.
3 halflings in a trench coat.
Yeah.
Yes.
There it is.
Oh my God.
We are doing
Okay.
that at some point because there are 3 of us.
Yep.
Yes. Yes.
There you
Needs
go.
to be done. And I have a
Alright.
trench coat.
All right, but
We like clips.
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 Clips are very important.
You should definitely make clips of today. If you don't, I will find you. And I will TPKO you.
That's good. Well, because I was worried because your friends seem to get mad at you.
Friend is a loose term. See, I say friend because while I don't really have any friends like you all, I have things that don't kill me, and I count that as a good thing.
That is
Thing
fine.
usually.
Yes.
I lived a life a long time ago, so I understand.
Right, right.
You
So
do
would-
also call everyone
Would you
your friend.
consider us friends?
I do.
I would like to say that we are friends. Are we friends?
Well, we haven't killed you yet.
Well, then in my
all right.
Goes to kiss her and closes the door in his face.
You gotta tug in the door. Why would you do that?
Why do you go in tongue first? Learn your lesson.
Natural Jeff.
So,
He is indeed a natural.
He is a natural Jeff.
We rolled a natural Jeff.
he is not a box Jeff. He's natural Jeff.
Yeah. So organic, not from a box.
Yeah.
Grass-fed.
Maybe he's born with it. Maybe it's natural Jeff.
There you go.
You're bringing the bodies?
Yeah.
Well,
Yeah, we loaded up the bodies.
That's right. We were tying up and doing the dragging thing.
Yeah.
So we didn't just leave them in the
Oh.
woods. Yeah.
You're dragging
Okay.
bodies down the road on your car?
We're not
We
dragging them
made
down
a-
the road. They're on
We
like
made a
little
thing.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Yeah, a sled. Like a sled.
We're not barbarian.
We're not just gonna leave them in the woods. Come on.
I'm not.
Jeffrey, that's the dogs. That's the dog.
Well,
He
thank you for
Did you
telling me,
mind?
ta-ta!
Cheered on my
can
knife.
talk.
Oh, and you must be the Jeffrey.
There it is. The Jeffrey.
And he looks at you longingly. And hold on. Gotta check something. Gotta check something. Hold. Hold.
Was that good for longing?
Longing.
Yes, this is how the actual people you're training.
Now I need to
There's basically 50 elven children going all over the place. So, but with axes, because it's axe training day.
That's it.
So you gave me the necklace, and I love it.
Thank you.
Do you still have the other half?
Of course. And he kind of
Good to
like.
see it.
Yep. He, kind of ruffles
Oh,
his
he's
shirt and
wearing
pulls
it?
it out. Yep.
Okay.
The thing where the smoke comes out.
Chimney!
Really? Really? I'm kidding.
That's amazing.
That's so good. It was mostly the face with a.
Sorry.
Oh.
Yes, go start.
Now this, goblin knot. It's not a plant I've ever heard of, but it could just be another misspelling. Because maybe that K is an S. He sort of turns the paper a little bit. Yeah, that must be what it is. Parvovis cabolus muca involta. Goblin snot. Bugbear boogies. Used in pungent poultices and unctuous ointments due to its veritable viscosity. It binds ingredients together, provided you don't care how noxious the result is. For reasons I'm sure you can imagine, I don't keep any around. You'll have to ask a goblin.
You realize, Jeff, that for now and forever, every time someone says your name on stream, we're gonna be like,
Jeffrey!
I'm sorry.
I'm not.
Both. It's a mix of both.
Looking, found something you have.
You're also blowing out on the mic.
Yeah, that's very true.
Be here all night. And by all night, I mean for another hour.
Looks like that.
I can't see that.
Right there.
Oh, okay.
I would like you to.
There's a picture in the Discord.
Yeah.
Fine, we don't have to do it then.
She's a very plain widow.
No. And like the metal of the armor is just gonna kind of like ripple up my arm and just show like the nub, and then it will come back.
Yeah, what if Xing Xing did it?
Like very Terminator style.
Look at my nub.
Dun 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 dun.
That needs to be clipped.
Ask me about my nub.
Ask me about my nub.
Yes, exactly.
Take my strong hand.
There's like a vein popping out in your forehead, turning red.
This is my happy vein.
Happy vein. I got closer than last time. She looks at you and she goes, okay. So happy.
That's the exact same thing he said to you in the dream.
Go on.
That's it.
Fuck.
Is that in character?
I am not Matt Mercer. Hi, I'm off-brand Matt Mercer. Great value, if you will.
Great value, Matt.
Mert Master.
Mert Masser. Oh shit! No, I'm just Devin. It's fine.
Bye.
Oh my God.
3 halflings in a trench coat.
Yeah.
Yes.
There it is.
Oh my God.
We are doing that at some point because there are 3 of us.
Yep.
Yes. Yes.
There you
Needs
go.
to be done. And I have a trench coat.
All right, but
We like clips.
Clips.
Clips are very important.
You should definitely make clips of today. If you don't, I will find you, and I will TPKO you.
That's good. Well, because I was worried because your friends seem to get mad at you.
Friend is a loose term. See, I say friend because while I don't really have any friends like you all, I have things that don't kill me, and I count that as a good thing.
That is
Thing
fine.
usually.
Yes.
I lived a life a long time ago, so I understand.
Right.
You
So
do
would-
also call everyone
Would you
your friend.
consider us friends?
I do.
I would like to say that we are friends. Are we friends?
Well, we haven't killed you yet.
Well, then in my
all right.
Goes to kiss her and closes the door in his face.
What
Lick the door.
Why would you do that?
Why do you go in tongue first? Learn your lesson.
Natural Jeff.
So,
He is indeed a natural.
He is a natural Jeff.
We rolled a natural Jeff.
He is not a box Jeff. He's natural Jeff.
Yeah. So organic, not from a box.
Yeah.
Grass-fed.
Maybe he's born with it. Maybe it's natural Jeff.
There you go.
You're bringing the bodies?
Yeah.
Well,
yeah, we loaded up the bodies.
That's right. We were tying up and doing the dragging thing.
Yeah.
So we didn't just leave them in the woods.
Done.
Hey! That was perfectly timed. We came back to you going. No, you came. It came back to you just going done. So it was like done with break. Good job. Thanks for the break. Appreciate it. I don't know why I'm thanking myself for the break.
You're welcome. I don't.
Hope everybody got a drink, got a snack, went potty, if you had to.
I got all of those things.
Good job. We found a Claire.
Yeah, we found Claire.
Yeah. She was lost to
I had
the.
to make a sacrifice to the internet gods, but that's working now.
You know what? No one will miss them anyway. It's fine. So, we come back to the party, making their way down from Commander Theron's office, and somebody running into the lobby of the garrison, saying, "There's a fire! There's a fire! Rally the troops!" So Anna Lee, you guys make your way into the lobby at this point, and Anna Lee, kind of stops her scribbling.
Sorry, I think D and I are losing it. Did you also want to go make him away?
Downtown, walking fast, faces fast, and I'm homebound. You do it every time.
Hey,
you
stop it.
Every
Hey,
time, and I was
stay on
that
track.
time, but
Hey.
my eyes got big, and then I looked at Christy, and Christy was going.
Don't derail me. Stay on topic. Stay on track.
Sorry. We make our way down the hallway.
All right, so, yeah, get your shit together. Come on now. So she kind of puts down her scribbling and goes, "Oh, gods!" And then kind of there's a string, and she starts ringing the bell, and she points to you guys and says, "I'll get the rest of the troops. Go with him." And it is another garrison trooper that ran in and did this. Go follow him. I'll get more people. So you guys are sprinting. You're making your way through the city. You're running pretty quickly. And where you come to, where this trooper leads you, is to the front of the warm hearth. And you see the building on fire.
Oh no! Wait, was that the sandwich shop?
Sound familiar.
Too many
Yes.
pages.
Yes, it is. Yeah, I'm looking at it right here on the map.
Yes, that was the sandwich shop. Oh no!
So you see, and you already see some garrison troops. They're kind of backing people away, giving room. You do see sprinting behind you, like a little bit behind you guys, is a couple individuals that are wearing like garrison colors, but they're like robes. And you see them like take flasks out and start conjure water out of these flasks and start like throwing it. They're not big barrels or anything like that, but they're throwing it onto the fire to try to like at least contain it a little bit. I'm gonna need everyone to give me a perception check, please.
I have in my notes, sandwich shop Dragonborn owner, by the way.
Mm-hmm.
We're there like our first day.
How have I rolled? Every single roll is a 19.
I rolled nothing good.
What was this, perception?
Perception.
Can I use my passive?
I got a dirty 20.
Dirty 20. I mean,
22.
I'll let you roll your passive if you sure, you know what, you just use your passive, it's fine. This is pretty much my last session anyway. My last 30 minutes of me being in charge. Let's throw the rules out the window. Let's go.
No. You can say no.
I like my roll
It's
better.
a 9 if I can't. It's a 16 if I can't.
I've got a 24.
All right, so 24. We'll use your 16. Claire, what did Clancy get?
17.
17. What did Moray get?
22.
22. Yeah. Kira, what did you get?
I did do quick math.
Dirty 20.
Dirty 20. Okay, so Flynn, you are the winner. You start scanning, and you see the people throwing, the water. These robed individuals, basically bending water onto this to kind of keep it under control. You notice, while they're doing that, on the frame of the door, not on the door itself because the door's open and flames are shooting out. On the frame of the door, you notice a dagger with a piece of parchment on it. That's like a piece of parchment with a dagger stuck in it. That, oddly enough, does not seem to be burning with the rest of the like a piece of parchment normally would. Yes, Kaylee.
Either can I get from the scene if there are people inside, or quickly ask someone who looks like they're in charge if there are people inside, because I do have Step of the Wind, so I could go 150 feet in 6 seconds, and I would like to help get people out if there are people stuck.
Sure. You can ask one of the troopers that's kind of like crowd controlling at this point.
All right.
So yeah. So he said,
like, is there anyone trapped inside? I can get in and get out fast.
No. Luckily, the only individual that seems to be harmed was the proprietor, and she was regrettably very badly burnt. But I guess she was able to kind of make her way out before she kind of succumbed to the pain, the injuries she'd had. So we rushed her to the local, the nearest clinic to get medical attention. As of when this started about 10-15 minutes ago, when she left here, I was one of the first on the scene. She was still breathing, but she was very, very badly burnt.
All right, back to the dagger. If there was people who were dying, I just wanted that first.
Right. That's totally fair.
I'm going to try and just sneak right past this guy, and I'm going to try and get up and see if I can't read what that says.
Or, I mean, I guess I could have grabbed the dagger.
Oh, no.
What did we
No!
do that time?
D?
We lost D.
Yeah, and I mean, I could also run up, grab the dagger, and come back instead. Because I can do that so fast with my Step of the Wind that it's.
And we're back.
The fire...
You were missed.
My Discord just closed and reopened.
Or if it would,
Cool.
I
Does
can
that
take it.
sometimes.
Yeah,
Random.
it does.
Like, I can handle getting burned.
Okay.
So I can run up and grab the dagger and
I was going to try to roll stealth or whatever I needed.
You don't need to stealth the dagger. I'll just run up and grab it.
Okay.
I'm gonna dash over with Step of the Wind so that I'm going as quickly as possible.
Okay. All right. So you run up.
Flames away
Yep.
from me because it's Step of the Wind.
Yep.
Did Len say something about the dagger? Sorry.
I was going to sneak across to see if I could read what was on the piece of paper.
But do we know the dagger exists? Because
Yeah, I'm sorry. I thought
you
it was
were the only one that saw it.
Yeah, he was. Yeah, he rolled the highest, so he's the only one that saw it.
That's what I'm asking.
Why
Sure.
would you sneak over
In the
to a burning
disconnect,
building? Why
did
don't
he
you just
say?
tell us?
No.
He hasn't said yet.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay, that's what
he
I was
hasn't
asking.
said.
Sorry.
He hasn't told the rest of us yet.
Yeah.
Okay.
All right, go ahead, Flynn.
All right, I'm going to try to do this. I'm going to try to get across, and if I can't, that's when I'm going to be like, we need to go see what that says.
Yeah, as soon as you start moving towards the burning building, I'm like, what are you doing?
Yes.
You were just talking to the guy.
Hold
Oh,
on.
you talk-
Hold
you're
on.
doing this.
Go ahead, Claire.
Sorry.
I could just use my mage hand to pick it up and bring it over here. That way nobody
You
gets
don't know
burned.
about it either. He's trying to sneak
you don't
over
know
there
it's
by
there.
himself to the burning building.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I didn't
Okay.
say I'm going to go over and grab it. I want to read it.
Okay. All right. So,
You're gonna
are you?
stand at a burning building and just read a piece of paper stuck to it?
Like, what are you? Why?
All
What
right.
is your intelligence modifier? No, I'm just kidding.
Small.
All right. All right, Flynn. All right. All seriousness,
Just
Flynn.
talking about running in there and being like, Jen, why don't you go grab that?
All right, Flynn. All seriousness, are you trying to like be oblivious when you're trying to do this, or are you just quite literally walking right up to it?
While, yeah, I'm trying to sneak right up there and see if I can't see what that says. I've just
Okay.
spotted it, and it's just like that.
All right.
That's kind of ominous. And
Okay.
while she's
All right.
talking to the guard, I'm going to try and do
Okay. Well, first off, give me a stealth check.
Again. with the guy
That
that
conversation
we're
was ridiculous.
18.
That's the annoying.
18. I mean that's higher than your passive gen, so I could say like during your conversation with him, he kind of sneaks in. So you get as close as you can. Can you give me a Constitution savings throw? You all right, Kaylee?
I'm going to use some hero points. Using 5 hero points.
All right, using 5 hero points to get up to a 15. Okay.
Oh, you run away as soon as you get fucking burned.
All right.
What's your
so,
AC?
All right. So you do. All right. So you get close. So you're starting to get close. You do feel the heat. Since it's kind of on the like on more of the outskirts of the flame. It isn't as bad as if you were trying to like obviously like go in the building or something like that. You do still take 4 points of fire damage, just from the pure heat radiating from the building. And you said you're trying to read it.
Flynn has no eyebrows now.
Give me an investigation check.
Your mutton chops are gone now.
Oh
no!
Only one of them's gone.
Oh God, that's a look.
So apparently, one mutton chop is 4 HP. That's what we just found out.
It's canon now. Everybody write
There
it
you
down.
go.
Yep.
15.
15. It's hard to decipher because you know obviously you're reading this and trying, but flames are starting to like shoot out and shoot stuff. The only thing you pick out with a 15 is the word fire. But hold on. But you could tell there's more writing, but it's hard for you to decipher because of the flames, you know, that are shooting out. And you're like having to squint, and you try to duck in a little closer, then flame shoots at you. But you get the word fire, but there's more writing on it than that.
Or go ahead. Sorry.
Since my passive perception is 19, would I have seen him go over there? Because would you roll for your stealth, Flynn?
18.
Yeah. So you would have. Yeah.
18?
So you would have noticed him go over there.
Okay. As I see him start to like smoke a little bit, Kira's gonna elbow Clancy. Just say, "Hey, do you have anything that can help him out?"
Well, I can just literally grab it with a mage hand. He doesn't have to go up there. I was trying to say that. I can grab the note.
But I don't think he told us.
Yeah, he just went over there without.
Dagger existed.
Yeah.
First time.
So. Yeah. So if you want to,
can Kira actually see what I'm like eyeballing and trying to read?
She didn't, because you rolled the highest. She didn't see what you're looking at. She just saw you go over and like stare at the fire.
At this
what
point,
is my conversation over?
It's about over now. So now you look over and you see Flynn kind of like staring, like really close to the building, staring at the fire. His face smoldering a little bit.
I'm gonna run over, grab him, and bring him back to the party without even stopping to see what he's doing.
Okay. Flynn, are you gonna resist it?
No, I don't think I have the option. I don't have the ability to in that moment.
Okay, fair enough.
I'm kind of like rearing back a little bit from the
yeah.
So
So
I'm really just gonna turn back to say, "There's a note." And
yeah. So pretty much.
I'm putting out his mutton chops by smacking him in the
mutton chop.
Yeah, he has one chop now. Remember,
it's just one mutton chop.
It's canon. A mutton chop is 4 HP.
Yeah. What is wrong with you? What are you doing? Are you trying to get yourself killed?
Stop! Look!
And now everybody notices the piece of parchment with the dagger stuck into it, and you all notice that surprisingly the piece of parchment is not on fire.
Now Kira's gonna elbow Clancy.
Yeah. Okay, then we did the conversation, but I can grab it with my mage hand. That way nobody has to burn themselves to get it.
Well, The only thing is the mage hand can only put on 5 pounds of force. So if we're only taking the paper, but I was gonna grab the dagger and the paper.
Well, it can't carry more than 10 pounds. Is what
Right.
it says.
And it can open a lock and open a door. I don't know. Obviously, that's a totally question. I don't know how much it's stuck in there or whatever.
Yeah. I mean, Flynn, you noticed that it was stuck in there enough to keep the piece of parchment up, but it wasn't like all the way down to the hilt. You could probably reasonably assume that the mage hand would be able to pull the dagger out. The problem is, since it's only one hand, it can only either pull the dagger out or rip the parchment out. Can't do both.
And you have to be 30 feet away from it.
Yeah, which you guys are like, 20, 30 feet away. That's not a problem. You're like 20 feet away.
My plan was just to rip the paper off.
Okay. All right, so then you take the mage hand. What's the health on mage hand?
While she looks for that, is it a pretty dagger? Like, is there anything specific about it?
Not just like something else to stab with.
You have to wait till it gets pulled out before you can really like take a deep look
If
at
he
it.
grabs the paper,
That's
I'm
what
not
she
running up
said.
and grabbing it unless people ask me to. Handled it right. As a
Sorry.
player, I was gonna grab that. As a character, I was just trying to handle the situation.
Sure, right. Yeah, I get it.
Yep.
So if you want to leave the dagger, you can, and then the mage hand will just rip the paper. You could still do the rip the paper with the mage hand, and then Jen, you can go in and grab the dagger if you want.
Yeah,
or the mage hand could deliver the parchment and then go back and get the dagger.
That too.
Provided it doesn't do much damage.
What's the health on mage hand? That's the only thing I need to
It
check
doesn't
on.
have
that's
any,
what-
so it's just an illusion.
Yeah. So I don't think it can
Nothing
burn.
can. Yeah.
Oh,
It's just
okay. Oh, there you go.
Sweet.
So it saves on Jen having to roll and possibly get hurt. So hooray! Yay, no damage.
I could take it, and with my key points, I figure with Step of the Wind, it would literally be like pushing wind.
Yeah.
You might knock an ember to another building though.
Ooh, there you go.
It's not that, like that.
All right.
Fanning the fire.
If we're only 30 feet away.
So, all right. So what happens? So do you rip the paper first, or do you grab the dagger first?
I rip the paper first because
Okay.
the paper's just gonna fall to the floor if I
Okay.
grab the dagger first.
There you go. All right, fair. All right, so the mage hand goes up, rips the paper, brings it back, drops it to you. It drops in your hands. Cool to the touch. Then it goes back, grabs the dagger. Now, as the dagger pulls out, you notice the dagger is like steaming red, like the blade is like red, like if it had been there any longer, it probably would have started melting because of how hot the flames were. So, you can just, I assume, have the mage hand just keep holding the dagger.
Yeah.
All right.
It seems appropriate for Clancy's mage hand.
Yeah.
There you go. There you go. Oh my God, it is! Now, his mage hand is also stabby. I love it. All right. So, and at this point, the firefight, the like additional support for the like two, sorcerers that were like trying to put out with their little flasks, like an actual fire brigade comes up with a big, with big barrels of water, and they're like, throwing it on there, pumping it. Yeah, they got to pump with the hose, so they're trying to, put it out. And then a couple of the sorcerers that had the little flasks are, trying to help put it out. Luckily, you notice that it has been contained to the one building. But Clancy, the paper drops in your hand, and at first, even though it's cool to the touch, the lettering is kind of hard to make out. You do make out the word fire that Flynn had seen. But as you sit there, and it takes a couple seconds, but the text starts to like become legible because it's like, turns from this bright red down to like the normal shade. And what you read on that piece of parchment is fuel to the fire.
Fuck.
Morad saying anything about that comment that
It was
Entity
my
had made?
comment.
Yes.
About fuel. Oh.
Yeah, she
But
had
did
mentioned
say-
that. She had mentioned that in her. I'm assuming you did.
What did
yeah.
the sandwich shop mean to us?
It was a
Like,
place.
We went there.
It was a place
like
you
the
visited.
first place we went.
It was just a personal thing, though. Like, there's no other.
Nope, but it was a place you visited.
He helped her out.
Yeah.
Yeah.
But it's a place that we've been, which means they know where we've been. They've been watching us.
Yeah. Yeah. But I'm saying not specific to any of the other stuff, just us.
Right. Yeah. So as the all right, so the troopers that are kind of like crowd control, they kind of walk over and say, "Is everyone all right?" One of them walks over to you and says, "Is everyone all right over here? No injuries. Everyone's fine." Okay. We're gonna.
that one lost about.
Just a small case of stupidity over here.
Okay. And looks you over and says, "I mean, you could go check out with check with one of the clerics if you need
He's got it.
I'm all set, thank you.
Okay. All right. Sounds good.
I needed to trim anyway.
All right.
Did anyone see what happened?
Yeah. So, we actually we're in the middle of interviewing. I was in the middle. A couple of us, and he's clearly rattled. Yeah, there was a couple over there that had noticed something happened prior to the fire. So we got questions. We got our questions answered. But if you want to go and ask follow up, by all means. They just said they noticed a group of people go in. Something about face tattoos and one of them having like black eyes. So if you want to go over and like talk to them more, by all means.
I immediately head towards them.
All right. Yep. And you see it's an elderly elven couple. That just look. They sit there and they look like just absolutely pale. They see you walk up and they go, I'm sorry. The male speaking says, I'm sorry that we couldn't do anything, but we had given the statement to the other troopers. Was there anything else that you needed?
Not much really. Could you tell me what this man with black eyes looked like? It was a man, correct?
And they shudder. Both of them visibly shudder. And she goes, it was the oddest thing. Like, he couldn't have been a lad of more than 15 or 16. She looks at you when you say that at the same time. Yeah, and it just, like, we were going for our morning walk, and I made eye contact with him, and it was like he was looking into me. It was the most disturbing feeling. Like he was looking into... It sounds so silly saying it out loud, but it's like he was looking into my soul.
I understand. How long do you think they were inside the shop?
Oh, I can't say because we were already a few buildings down when we heard the explosion and the scream. So, and she kind of gestures from where you're standing now to like 2 or 3 buildings down. She's like, it couldn't have been any longer than, that, just mere moments. And the oddest thing, we ran back as quick as we could, and we saw the shop owner. She's just a lovely soul. Just the nicest lady. We tried to stop by there and get food whenever we can from her shop, but she was he pats her on the shoulder and says, "She was lucky to make it out when she did. Otherwise, gods know what would have happened, but the oddest thing is we never heard or saw of anybody else coming out. It was just her."
So, when did you see these 3 men?
Oh, they were walking in as we were walking by, so just, right before it happened.
There were 3?
And he's... 3, 4, 5, there was just so much activity, it was hard to... There were at least 3, but it was just... He's like, trying to remember now with everything that happened, and seeing her face is...
I
jarring.
understand.
Jarring.
Thank you for your help.
Quick question out of character, Jen. You can do wording, you can talk. Can you also portray images?
No, it's words.
Just words, okay. I was just wondering if... all right. I'm going to kind of go over to Morag then. You are the closest to Ryu. Could you possibly see if maybe he was the one with the face tattoo?
They both have face tattoos. The boy did as well.
And that kind of snaps the woman out. She's like, "Yes, a large dagger. It's what he had."
The man with the black eyes?
Yes. It was almost like... It almost looked like he made it move, too. It was the most... Ugh. And he's like, "No, it's..."
Magical tattoo?
He's like, "No, it's all right, dear. It's all right."
Do they all have face tattoos?
She's like, he did, and I think at least one other did. One had some kind of satchel. It's just, all I could see is that poor woman's face. And like,
I understand.
And he's like, and the man at this point is like, "Can we please with the questions? Like, we saw what we saw, we reported what we could.
We could all at this point go back to that person and be like, "Listen, they've had enough. You need to tell us what you heard." Like,
honestly, I was going to go back to that person anyways, and maybe even just telling Jen this now. I think maybe we should ask if I don't know, the shop owner is actually awake. Maybe we could go talk to her. If she's not awake, then maybe we need to leave town. Because I think we are being a nuisance at this point. We are actually causing havoc for them.
We need to leave. I agree.
Before we just take off, before we leave them, I'm just going to utter some bardic words, just try and settle them down a little bit, just to kind of calm them. Maybe sing a local song for the southern areas, maybe a sea shanty or something.
Sure. Give me a quick performance check.
Oh yeah, 22.
Oh yeah. So you take out your instrument and you start singing a calming, relaxing, soothing tune, and you do see the woman, kind of take a breath, and you almost feel the a little bit of your bardic magic flow out, and she kind of takes a breath and says, she says, "Okay. There were 4 of them. The one And the gentleman goes, "You don't have to." And she says, "No. This is important. For that dear, dear woman, this is important." There were 4 of them. One of them... 3 of them looked very dangerous, with face tattoos, especially the one with the eyes. And then there was one... they were all human, male men. And one of the gentlemen had something of like a satchel. Looked like it might have been carrying something in it. I don't, for the life of me, remember or even remember if I looked. But he was carrying... he had a bag with him. Kind of slung over his shoulder. Yeah? Yes, that's fine.
Is this something that rings a bell for me? Because I feel like it should.
It rings a bell for me. Where is it here? Was he mid-50s, clean-shaven, tall, green eyes?
She thinks for a moment. She says, "Yeah, that sounds about right, yeah."
The dude you asked if it was your dad.
It's fucking Chauncey.
Son of a monkey's uncle. I'm disconnecting.
He didn't
Goodbye.
kill first time. That's good.
I gonna just say I think we saw him earlier. I really appreciate the information.
No, I just hope that the garrison can do their job and catch whoever did this and bring them to justice. And I just hope that poor woman, she survives, because she was decent, never hurt a soul, and I don't know who or what would have caused these horrible men to do this to her.
We're on it, ma'am. Just the facts.
No, Clarence have got her now. Hopefully she'll be all right.
And oh, go ahead. Sorry.
Kind of scoop away and just be like, "We need to go get your uncle. We need to go get Nomi dude, I don't know her name, and we need to get out of here."
They don't need to go with us at all. They should go on
No.
their own. If they're associated with us at all, we need to cut ties.
I just want to make sure.
They
yeah.
already know we left my uncle to tell him.
Yeah,
I
you know
think-
what? Your uncle could do this.
I think he can take care of himself.
All right.
Now he knows he can get a hold of me.
Do you still have the stone, or does he have the
No,
stone?
he has the stuff.
Okay,
He
just
can
want to make
get a
sure.
hold of me.
And so, with these new revelations, and the party figuring out what they need to do next with all this newfound information, why don't we wrap up Chapter 2 of Starhel, folks?
Whoa.
Hate you.
And the fun part is we're
No.
not going to remember shit the next time it comes.
Nope. I took extensive notes this time. Like,
Yeah.
tiny writing. So many
Same.
notes.
Well, I won't. I'll have to look at your notes because I won't remember it.
Chauncey's
Hey, folks! So, that was fun, wasn't it?
Yup, definition of fun.
So when we do the wrap-up of Starhel, I have some fun things that I would love to talk about. But,
Oh, God.
this will wrap up Chapter 2 of Starhel. So, keep an eye out on the Discord and our TikTok and all that for upcoming streams, but pretty soon we're going to be tapping into the world of Osiria, DM'd by the lovely Kaylee. And she's already hinted at some spicy stuff she's going to give us, so I'm looking forward to that.
She has. I must have missed that.
I mean, she just says she has spicy stuff.
Oh.
That's it. She's not said what it
Oh.
is. She just said she has spicy
The
stuff.
hint was there's gonna be some spicy stuff.
Okay.
There you go.
that's
There
right.
are webs
Okay.
and connections and
Yeah.
I don't feel like I missed anything then.
Yeah.
I posted some stuff in the Discord. 'cause
Yeah. But
Have to really get it.
as always, don't forget to check out the Discord. Don't forget to check out the YouTube. Don't forget to check out the TikTok. Let's see who we got going on for tonight. There we go. We got a few people. All right, so let's go pop over to our new friends over at Black Tower Stories. It'll be a fun
Black
time
Tower
over there.
Stories.
Yay, Black Tower Stories. So, so we're gonna head out over there. Unfortunately, it is time for us to get back to the real world. I think some of you may be okay with that.
Never okay with it.
Never okay with it.
Escapism forever.
Yes.
Hey, like I said, as soon as I walk in that door and I go past that chair, which is my work at home chair, like this corner right here, I don't worry about anything else that goes on in life. This is my world to hang out with you guys and hang out with chat. So I appreciate you. Thank you very much.
Bedroom.
Yes, it is sleepy time. So I know we had a sub. Thank you for the sub. We appreciate you all so much. Unfortunately, it's time to head back to the real world, but we will catch you. The replay will be tomorrow at noon Eastern, 11 Central. So for everyone watching the replay tomorrow, hi. Otherwise, we will be back at 7 p.m. Central, 8 p.m. Eastern next week. For what? You'll just have to wait and see. In the meantime, have a wonderful evening, everyone, and we will catch you later.